ALTBAYS.
It's a cool jingle, isn't it?
Was that you made that?
We didn't play it,
Ah.
but we produced the track. Like we picked the song.
I do like the whisper.
Yeah. And then we asked friends to do like the ALTBAYS. And then one friend sang a little bit, Svinja, ALTBAYS. And they were like, oh, go. Was way prettier than me.
Very good.
That was it. Thank you. The next one we might play. Hey, we're live. Yes, 7 p.m. That's the time. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. ALTBAYS Show brought to you by ALTBAYS.nz. How cool. Our studio is here in Whitianga, so if you want to do your own podcast or if you want to do some live stream or like live meetings, vlogs, I don't know. If you want to call your mates and record an epic show and have some fun, yep, we can do that. So get in touch, ALTBAYS.nz. Best way to support this show is to subscribe to our YouTube channel. How many times do we hear that, hey? Like subscribe.
Every video you see.
It is, hey. But it's the new thing. Like, it's, you know, like TV won't ask you to subscribe because they have the biggest dodgy industries in the world paying for them. So you don't have to subscribe. You're already hooked up. But you can support local and subscribe to our channel and do something cool. Okay? So like our video, subscribe, talk to your friends. If you don't like it, talk it as well. It's good. It's promotion anyway. Hey, Brett, how are you?
Sorry, I had my mic muted.
It's all right.
I'm doing good, thank you.
You doing good?
Mm-hmm. I've remembered to push the record button today, so that was good.
That's a good move.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for stepping up one more time.
That's all right.
Yeah, Taylor will be back pretty soon, but it's good to have you here, man.
Thank you. I enjoy mucking up the cameras, you know.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. Let's change it there. There you go.
Feeling more comfortable now? Second show in?
Oh, the intro was a little bit more comfortable, yeah. So I was like, oh yeah, push the record button, push this button, turn off these mics and things, and make sure that I've got to change over the splash screen and all that. So, and it was like, oh, I got to do it. But today was a little bit more like, oh, okay, I think I've got this hopefully down now, you know. But yeah.
Well, you look more comfortable wearing your singlets, you know, brought your cup of tea. You're all
yeah, I'm sitting under the aircon and the singlet. It's
chilling.
good. Yeah.
like a boss.
Yeah, it's nice.
Thanks, man. Christine, it's good to see you.
Thank you.
It's been a while.
It has been a while, like 2 weeks.
How's the funnel?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah. We spent the whole holidays in isolation, so I love that for us.
I saw the little video you did, like the stop motion with your
Oh yeah,
daughter.
no, my daughter made that.
That was cool.
Yeah, she's she got an iPad for just before her birthday, and so she's been making stop motion movies with Lego. She loves it.
Fun.
She's 10, so she's just I think she's going to get into it. A bit of photography.
Working here with us sometime soon.
Yeah,
Hosting her own show.
probably.
That would be a cool
She's like,
show for
subscribe,
kids, how to
guys.
make like stop motion with Lego. That would be a great show.
I think she watched it on a YouTube to figure out how to do it, but yeah, she loves it. So her little video was cute.
Nice.
Very
Are you into rugby?
I'm not into rugby. Like I'd go to a pub and watch a game and get excited for it, but not play.
No, like rugby.
Yeah.
You know way more than me, so that's good. It's good to have you here
You don't
tonight.
watch.
I'm not even sure if I know how many players are. But hey. Anyway,
Perfect time to
it's
ask.
the night to find out because tonight
perfect time to ask.
we have the pleasure to have the coolest man, CODY MUIR, here with us.
How are? Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
How are you, bro?
Yeah, very good.
How many players are on the field?
15 each side.
I said 11 on Saturday.
You did.
Shit.
Were
And
you meaning cricket?
He didn't correct me. He was like, I'll tell you on Monday.
That's all right.
15.
15.
But
each
there's
side.
also one that is 7, right? Is that right? Like a different...
Sorry, 22 each side, 7 on the sideline, yeah.
Right. And then there's another modality that is less players. Is that right? Or no? No.
Sevens rugby?
Sevens rugby.
Sevens rugby, yeah.
That's the, yeah. You always play the one like so when you are a player you play any of them or like you can be specific for the
I think it's more like your body shape. If you're a big guy like me, you're in the forwards, probably more suited to 15s. But if you're quite slender and fast, like you would be,
You go for 7.
7s, yeah, or
Right.
a back in 15s.
Right.
Yeah.
Always learning.
Would you play? Or are you like, no, I don't feel like being tackled today?
I would give it a go.
Yeah.
The thing with like, it sounds weird, but like contact sports for me, I'm always a bit like skeptical about it because I'm a drummer. Like, so I really rely on my hands and my legs. So like, if I have an injury, you know, I know that probably it's the opposite. Probably if I start practicing, I will actually get stronger, right?
I'm sore today still from Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there you go. Like, it's just this thing. I know that probably will keep me. You know, I won't be able to play.
Lose your rhythm, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I don't want that.
Knock the rhythm out of you.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Not keen.
Well, speaking of rhythm, you can be a good rugby player and a singer, right?
Nah, not me.
Jeez.
I was like, did you bring another singer or music?
Isn't that how we crossed
Come
paths
on, Cody.
originally?
I'm most sure, probably, yeah. Pubs, singing,
Pub days, karaoke.
karaoke.
$100 bar tab on the line, though.
Mm-hmm.
She was tough days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to not sing for $100.
Young apprentice needed that $100.
Man, how, so, wait, that was what, 8 years ago?
2014, 15?
Yes.
Yep.
Still singing Under the Bridge?
He knows.
That's the one. Yeah, Cody's top 3.
Yeah. Bit of tiki-tana every now and then.
Darn it.
Not tonight, though.
No, okay. Okay, I won't ask then. That was 2014. What were you doing there back then? What was the vibe? Finishing school, I would say? Or no,
I
just...
went to Aussie when I was 16, 2011. And then came back 2014. All the boys were having their 21st and 18th. And so I was getting a bit FOMO. So I just shot back, told mum I'm moving home. She wasn't too happy, but...
So why did you decide to go to Australia? So you finished school and then you were
So I was in year 11 or 12.
Yeah.
And mum moved over there. So I thought I'll go over and
right.
see what it's like, the bright lights in the city.
Yeah. What part of Aussie?
North Queensland, Townsville. So I did 2 years of school there, and then, yeah, once I left school, I thought, right, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
So did you come back?
Come back home,
Yeah.
come back home.
Right. What about the city vibe? Did you like it?
Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah.
Country kid though, so
Mm.
You're like, nah, not for me.
yeah, it's pretty convenient here when you can drive 2 minutes to the beach, 2 minutes to the bush.
True.
Everything's right here, so.
What was the attractive though? Like, what was cool? Because that's the thing. Like for me, I lived in the city for years,
Yeah,
and then I come to this place, and it's very peaceful.
it is.
And then I praise that a lot. But I understand that the kids who grew up here, they can't wait to go to the city and get a little bit of that vibe. Some of them come back, some of them spend more time in the city.
That's right, yeah. Well, I'm getting a travel bug though.
Yeah.
Been here now for, well, since then. Haven't left, so I'm like, oh, you know,
No, it's time.
it's time. COVID came,
Yeah.
and then, yeah, just got to keep waiting, but
Yeah.
we'll see what the future holds.
Would you go to play rugby, you reckon, or you just want to travel and then see what's happening?
I think when you travel and play rugby, it's a bit easier. So there's people that can actually jack up you to go overseas and play rugby clubs over in Europe.
Would you do
Australia.
that?
Yeah, yeah,
Is
that's
that what
what I
you're
want to do.
teeing up
Yeah.
to? Oh, mean.
So once you're over there and you set up, you sort of have a base, you know. And I think rugby's one of those sports too. Like if you go into a rugby club, you sort of automatically meet 50 people and
Yeah.
you got friends straight away. So
True. Is there anyone from here that is doing that kind of thing, like or has done it? Like,
you know Connor McVeary?
Yeah,
he
yeah,
went 2020 maybe. He went to Belgium.
yeah, I know that. That's right.
Had
that's
a ball
right.
of a time in it.
Yeah.
And then he comes back and says how good it was, and I go, oh, I need to get over there, you know. And
Yeah. Shout out to Connor.
yeah, shout out to Connor.
Yeah, man.
He'll be watching.
Cool, man. Where would you go?
I'd love to go to Ireland, eh? I've never met a bad Irish person.
How many have you met? No,
I know. The Ramages, shout out to the Ramages too, from Coromandel.
Yeah.
Good people.
great
no, I
people.
don't- I don't
great
know.
people.
I don't know, Ireland just appeals. It's similar to New Zealand. The rugby culture is quite similar. The level of rugby is probably quite similar too. Now they're sort of third, fourth best country in the world. So
Do you feel like New Zealand is sought after? Like if you're like, I'm from New Zealand, they're like, oh yeah, he's a real deal.
100%.
Yeah.
100% with rugby players.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's an attractive there.
There's rugby players over here that that you hear of that sort of like a, they're just a normal average kind of rugby player in New Zealand. They go over there and they do really, really well. So yeah, I don't know if it's
Maybe people are more invested in them over there 'cause
Yeah.
they're from here.
it's a first choice sport here though. Overseas you've got football and Like in Australia, when I was in Australia, rugby union, if they were like, "Oh, you play rugby union, cool." We play rugby league and AFL, so you know.
I feel like here in New Zealand, you get like conditioned in playing rugby. Like you start off playing bull rush on the concrete, and you're like, "Yeah, I'm ready."
Yeah, bare feet, cold mornings in winter when you're a child.
Yeah.
It's kind of like football in Brazil. Yeah. That's the vibe, you know, like there's nothing else.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. But that's the difference of a well, I don't know if the term is the right, but like developed country, you know, like rich country, like New Zealand, where you have the mainstream sport, which is rugby, but like all the other ones are great, you know, like you can choose to go for that, and you're gonna get like sponsors and people will support you. We'll talk about that more support. But like in Brazil, it's a shame because football, we say soccer, but like football is the only one that you can actually be great like with money, you know, like all the rest you kind of struggle, you know, like you have to be very lucky and the best one.
Brazil's crazy, they love it.
They love it, man.
I've never been to Brazil, but just watching things on TV, it's like, oh, this is next level.
Football
Crazy.
Yeah.
You know, it was cool. I don't know if you guys watched I didn't watch much, but like, of course I was following it a little bit, the Olympics in Brazil.
Yeah.
So like the Brazilians were supporting all like the ones who had less chances to win.
That's awesome.
So yeah, you know, like, so there were like this big like China, whatever, US against a small country, and the whole Brazilian crowd was like pushing
Did New Zealand play?
What would they play? Well, the Olympics, I'm sure there was some represent. I meant like all the sports
in general.
In general, because imagine like you're in Brazil and you have the opportunity to go to the Olympics. You don't give a fuck.
Nah.
Like tennis table, I'm in. You know, like having a beer. You know, like, and then you just support. You pick a shorts, red or blue, blue. You know, and then you. So that was the thing. Like there was always very enthusiastic crowds for like
just stoked to be there.
This small sports, not small because there's no small sport, you know what I mean, right? Not that popular.
Nah.
Yeah.
And they were like going crazy. So that thing with the crowds is cool about South America. You know, like it's quite supportive. I think for you probably more Argentina because rugby is a thing in Argentina, not as much in Brazil.
Do you remember Pedro, the Argentinian?
Yeah.
Such a good guy. Yeah.
Great guy. Where is he?
Not too sure actually.
Change his face, change his name, and
I think he might be in Spain.
He's a good man, Pedro.
Legend.
Yeah,
legend guy.
So was he on that deal, kind of like playing?
I think he had a friend that came here in the early 2000s, and then his friend went back to Argentina and said, "Oh, you need to go to this place, Mercury Bay. It's unbelievable. People are cool." And he sort of just turned up with his friend, and
good player, right? I don't know.
Legend player.
Yeah?
Really, really good, Really good fella. Really good player.
Dedication, eh?
He was, yeah.
So was he in your team?
Yeah. He's a big boy.
That's right.
Tough as nails. We used to call him the Ox. The old Ox.
The Ox, yeah. Good guy. Lovely guy, eh?
Oh,
like,
man, yeah.
And man, and that's the thing, like, you see a lot of this, like, not only rugby players, but like a lot of these sports where the guys are big, you know, like, and they have that mad face of like, fuck, I'm gonna eat you alive, you know, like, and then you have a chat, like the most lovely people ever, you know, like they're all like great, not all of them obviously, but you know what I mean.
He'd
like
be down the pub trying to like do the salsa with people, and he is crazy. It's good.
Yeah. Do you feel like that sometimes people have an impression of what you guys are or judge without even having a chat?
Oh,
you know,
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I don't know why. Well, you sort of do because we're all together all the time. We're all the same group of friends and drinking beers together, and it could be a little bit intimidating to people, but I don't know.
Yeah, but it's such a passion, for the country. Like it's such a big thing.
Oh,
you know, like, and then you kind of still, well, I don't know, not sure about those guys.
Yeah.
But like, have you got to the point that it was like uncomfortable or made you upset? You're like, what the fuck? You know, like we're just normal people. Come on, give us some.
And also now that we know that you sing karaoke, is that right? Are they like, whoa, like when you get up?
Right. Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, I don't know.
No, yeah, I don't care.
When it's $100 on the line,
I'm a perform.
Yeah.
I'm a perform.
That's right. But I remember when you guys won the championship last year, right? And then there was the celebration at the pub, and all you guys were going hard.
I think there was a rule you weren't allowed to leave until you sung a song, so that was good.
Man, how was that? How was that? So just, okay, because we're going to talk about so many things, but I feel like that's such a relevant thing for this community, the championship that you guys brought home, right?
Smiling about it now, just thinking back. Happiest day of my life, easy.
Okay, so for the people who have no clue what we're talking about, what championship are we talking about?
So the Senior A Premiership, our rugby club's been going 130 odd years plus. 1888, I think it was founded, and we've never won a First Division title or Premiership title ever. We've made 2 finals. We've lost one in 2005 and drew one in 2015.
Fuck, how can you drew?
Oh, don't talk to me about it.
Why?
And we shared the trophy. So for me, it was
Cutting
good.
half?
It counted, but it didn't. It was sort of, I don't know, it was awkward.
Bittersweet.
It was awkward, yeah.
Who did you draw with? Was it like a team you guys are good with?
Yeah, a good club down in down by in Aotearoa, Waiho.
Yeah.
Yeah, good club. Good people down there too.
Nice.
Shout out to Waiho Rugby Club. And then, 2021 made the final.
Yeah.
And, I think for 3 reasons it was really special for me, because the first one, because I know the effort everyone put in that year, massive. Yeah. We had a big emphasis on training and looking after yourself and, and all that. And my brother was in the team, 2 best mates. Mate was best mate coach, Bo. Shout out to Bo, coaching. And and then I think the second one was just looking up at the stands and seeing all the community, like the old boys crying and, just people like you haven't even seen before around town at the rugby game in Thames, and it was like a cyclone day. And then the third was probably because I've grown up there since I was a kid. My dad and my granddad played. And then I watched a lot of good men try and win it. And I don't know, but in reflection, it was like a few days later when the hangover had gone away, I was sort of like, that's pretty special, like.
Yeah.
Since a kid, I've been watching everyone try, have a crack, and then I've finally done it. So hopefully again this year, boys.
You guys have is the season just started now?
Yeah, had 4 preseason games and first week of comp games this week.
Yeah.
So how many games in total?
So because of COVID, it's a shortened season. So they normally have 2 rounds home and away, but we're playing 7 games this year.
7 games.
7 games. And then, semi-finals, final if we're any good.
And so your first one Saturday, and you guys did all right?
Yep. Played Coromandel down here in a preseason. So just a little coastal preseason, and then we're back up there this Saturday.
Nice.
Do you feel like 2 questions? So is the team pretty much still the same from last year?
Yes and no. We've lost a few. Guys retire and people leave town and things like that. People wanted to retire on a high note, which is awesome. Yeah. But there's also a lot of guys from the reserves team that have come through and have really put their hand up and have been going really well, and so it's looking promising again, at the moment, because I think town's going so well with all the building and things going on. There's a lot of people around, so
true.
So they're just a factory of people turning up down there. It's good.
And do you feel like there's some pressure on you guys because you're holding the
targets on the back, But
yeah, of course,
scrutinise a little bit more. Yeah.
But that can also play as motivation, right?
100%.
That's the beauty of it,
100%.
right? Like when you're there, you just gotta stay there. Like falling it's a possibility, but like, you've been there, so
I think we've coined the phrase this year: 1's a fluke, 2's proof.
Oh yeah.
So if we go get 2, it's proof.
Oh shit! Yeah. Good luck, man. Yeah, that would be awesome. So, good luck.
Looking forward to it,
man. You mentioned the dedication to the training. So what's the routine like? So how many times do you guys train? Let's start like that. So how many?
Twice a week, Tuesday, Thursday.
Okay.
My routine's a little bit different than it used to be. Probably a little bit less than it should be. Right. Yeah. To be honest, if I'm honest. But
no one is watching, man. You can say that. It's all good.
It's all right. They will be, though.
Yeah. Teams watching.
So
we have quite a few viewers tonight, actually.
Already, yeah. That's good.
We've already got a first comment that says, Muir by Kevin Zoo.
So just reminding people that the live chat, it's open, man. Yeah. Like just
Jump
go
on.
hard.
Don't say that.
Yeah, well, it's true.
Ask a question.
Yeah.
Is that Kevin Zoo? I'll shout out to my first 15 boys too. I coached the first 15 down at the school. So.
Man. Oh, cool. Anyway, the training, the routine.
Yeah, so generally pre-season's pretty tough because you come off a big summer. Obviously, summer's very social here in Whitianga. So we normally start first, second week of January, which is pretty early for a club team. Generally a lot of running, a lot of weights. Probably try, if I'm really going good and training hard and things, I'll probably try to get 2 to 3 weight sessions in a week, maybe 1 or 2 running sessions. But that's including our Tuesday, Thursday training. And
Right.
but yeah, it is plus working 8 hours a day.
Yeah, man. Because like, is there
Some of the boys are unreal. Like
Hey.
I could talk about Connor before. He's unreal. Twice a day, he trains every day, works 10-hour days,
Wow.
comes home, cooks his dinner.
And not only that, some of them you chuck families into the mix, don't you? That
Yeah,
you're
100%.
Like, when?
Yeah.
When do you have time?
Do you guys get paid to be in the team?
Not here, nah.
Not here.
Nah.
What do you mean not here? So like for the same division, would teams get paid and other ones not? So
Oh, depends what club you play for, and if you know our sort of motto is here in Footy, like you play because you love it. You play for the club because you want to be part of something special, not really
right.
for handouts. But like we've had last year a few guys from Coromandel come over and they got a bit of gas money and things like that, which is totally warranted, you know, because they're putting in extra effort.
Yeah.
So
is it like a ladder? Is it like something that you can start here and actually see all the potential of people watching you and taking you to bigger teams, or it's much more about like having a manager, having someone who is
so we've got our representative team, Thames-Valley, that's like from Aotearoa across the Waihi up to the top of the Coromandel, that 5 or 6 of us played in last year from here.
Okay.
Oh, so that's like a whole different team, right?
Yep,
So it's
so that's-
another set of training, another set of
So that's at
travelling
the end
for
of
them.
that's at the end of the year after club season. They pick that team out of all the club teams, and then we travel, Gisborne, down the line, South Island.
right. Which trip was? I won't say like the coolest because they're always special. I
So
guess.
we were lucky enough to make the final last year, national 3rd division final, and went to Timaru and the way home. Yeah, let's just say I had a few days off work on the way back. We didn't win though, unfortunately, but still a good send off.
Well, how did you get back? Drive?
Flew.
Oh, jeez,
Flew over it.
That's cool. That's good. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So, when you guys go, on, like, is it a bus? Do you guys usually go all together on a bus, or like just carpooling, whatever?
So for trainings, we'll carpool to Aotearoa, to the base, and then on games we'll leave Friday morning. Generally fly out of Tauranga, and get to our destination and rip in for the weekend.
I always remember, like, every time that I talk to sports people, I remember Rocky Balboa, like, cannot eat this, cannot do that, cannot have sex, cannot before the thing, you know, like how many rules do you guys try to stick to?
Like, just not try.
I said try.
Yeah, everyone's
I
different.
said try.
Yeah.
Everyone's different.
Yeah, but like, is that some things that for you? We're talking to you, so like more things that you
try and stay off the piss for Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 days before.
Oh, I have a few beers after. We're quite lucky. We because everyone lives so locally. We have dinner at rugby club every Thursday.
Yeah.
So we have 4 teams in our team, and they all bring a plate and things, and
Nice.
get around each other and have a beer. And they're gone now. It's gone to the days we used to stay up there till midnight and then have to get a ride home. Now we're all out of there by bloody 9 o'clock now. So
So man, I bet the parties after winning the championship, there were a few, I guess. You guys
Was
had
it
fun.
one consistent long party?
Where are we going
Just
now?
a couple of days.
Where are we going?
Yeah. Bender. A bender.
I think I went home about 4:30 on Sunday. I've actually got a tattoo on my back, which I'll show you after the show.
You got a tattoo on your
I
back?
got a tattoo on my
That
back.
night?
About 4 o'clock in the afternoon on the Sunday.
Yeah.
And apparently
Why after the show, man?
I was falling asleep. I was falling asleep on the table.
Why are you gonna show after?
No, we'll do that later.
Nah.
No.
But then, went into Monday. I think we went to the local sponsor, Smitty's.
What is the tattoo?
Just the emblem on my shorts here.
Yeah.
Were you like, go, do it, chuck it on?
Well, I vaguely remember a tattooist turning up and everyone just going, oh, and I was like, oh, no. I'm a bit drunk, but I got up there and did it, so it's good.
Did everyone get one?
Yeah, I think a few, maybe like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to get it out because the boys will be watching this laughing because it's the worst out of all of them.
Were you moving?
Yeah.
Oh no, man.
Yeah.
But good story. It's a good
You can say
story.
that it's abstract. It's art. It was like abstract art of the logo, maybe, or of the.
Everyone's got a tattoo.
It's a shocker.
Do you regret it?
Nah.
So everyone's got a tattaoo with a weird story that they don't regret.
Were you a bit tipsy when it happened? Like, because he had.
was
Yeah.
out.
Falling asleep. I went home straight after it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Man, and that's the thing with tattoos. Like, some people give shits to tattoos. Man, it's your body, you know? Like, you can do whatever the fuck
Do
you
you
want.
have tattoos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll show you after the show.
Yeah,
No.
No, that'll be a memory I have forever, you know.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's the happiest day of my life so far. So
Yeah,
Sweet.
man. I love that little clip of you guys ticking the last box.
yeah,
Man, that's such a cool clip.
pretty satisfying.
Hey,
I actually missed the. I don't know. We've wiped it off now. New goals this year, but if you look closely, I've actually missed the box when I've ticked it.
great.
Yeah,
Was on TV. I think I saw a clip.
yeah. Apparently, it's
Yeah,
on the
you're
site.
like-
We were still going for it.
Yeah.
Are you a to-do list kind of guy? Like, do you keep track of what you have to do? And nah,
I'm pretty off the cuff.
someone reminds you, bro, we gotta do that.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
Normally getting tapped on the shoulder. I haven't trained for 2 days, 3 days. I'm like, shit.
Oh shit! Really?
Go.
And you got a full-time job,
Yeah, yep, as well.
which is
Electrician,
I
Willis Electrical, shout out.
shout out. Good. Can be a sponsor of the show or a supporter. There you go, Willis.
Paulie. get around-
Paulie,
get
come
around
on,
it,
Paulie.
Get amongst it.
And how long have you been working with them for?
It's 2018.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Keep forgetting what year it is now. It's 2020.
Yeah, I
so
know.
yeah, 4 years.
flies.
Ooh, do you see yourself doing other things in life? Do you want to get into other, I don't know, sectors or trades or like?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Have a business one day, hopefully,
Yeah.
wherever I end up.
Run a podcast.
Maybe.
Yeah, it might be in
Maybe.
Ireland. It might be a Sparky in Ireland.
Yeah, we never
Yeah.
know.
So you listen to podcasts. We were talking about that.
Yeah. Listen to a few sports podcasts and a bit of a rugby nerd, eh? Always listen to the old stories and old war stories of old players. Always good.
Are there some good rugby podcasts out there for the people who are watching us into trying like keen to get into more like podcasts about sports and stuff? It's always
Yeah.
good, man. We have to lift everybody, you
Yeah,
know, like
100%.
yeah.
I listen to a guy called his name's James Marshall, Water Lad podcast. It's pretty good. Ex-professional rugby players and things he gets on, or current ones, and he's an ex-professional rugby player as well. So get some good people on, some good insight to people's journeys and getting to the top and
Right.
struggles they go through. I guess talks about those as well. And
So it's not just about the rugby things. Like it's
Nah.
more of a life.
yeah, more about them as a player and things like that.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
What any other ones that come to mind?
Oh, give the old Joe Rogan a go every now and then, but
Yeah.
it gets too wacky sometimes.
Yeah.
So like, this is a bit hard to listen to.
It's changed as well. Like he's been doing for a long time
Yeah.
now. So yeah, I think the more money comes in, things start to
100%.
take different shapes. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I was supposed to say this last show and I forgot. Elon Musk.
He's coming on next week's show.
He might buy this next.
Yeah, you want him to buy alt?
No. He replied to my text and he said,
43 billion.
No.
thank you.
He said we can do it. We can do it on the screen, but now we want him here, so it might happen. Anyway, 44 billion, man. We sell ALTBAYS for 1. You know, so keep that in mind. Just before I forget.
Yeah.
Man, are you on Twitter?
Not on Twitter,
Which social medias are you?
Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah. Do you engage on them? Like, do you spend time? Do you?
Oh, yeah, have a scroll every now and
Smoko
then.
scroll.
Yeah, Smoko scrolls.
scroll.
See what the boys are doing.
Yeah. Do you feel like you spend too much time on it?
I haven't got on TikTok. Nah, I haven't gone down that trap yet.
See, I like watching TikTok videos. I
Me
actually
too.
enjoy
Yeah.
it, but then I can't imagine ever
The old reels on
making
Instagram
one.
get
Oh
me.
yeah, in reels.
Yeah.
Right.
But I can't imagine like making one.
Nah, standing there dancing. That'd be a bit of you, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you'd be a TikTok
Be a bit of a
person.
TikTok.
Could do.
Get on some
Haven't
trends.
started yet. Yeah.
Yet. Early days.
Don't mind.
You'd get the bloody band you're in to do one.
Could do the drums as well, eh?
You could do the drums, yeah.
Yeah. Some karaoke ones would be funny, I reckon, eh? People like the funny stuff, eh?
Yeah.
Get me on there.
Ah, that's what I'm thinking. Man, so I have this great image in my mind. Like Fitzyounger has provided me with so many like great memories, right? So I remember, because as you said, the rugby boys usually they come as a group, right? They come all together. So I remember being at the pub when well, now they're having the bands at the front again, right? But that was like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I don't know. And I'm watching the band, and you can see what's happening on the street, right? Like you can tell. And then I see like this group of like a bunch of guys coming. Like it was easy to tell that it was the rugby team, you know. Like, and I'm checking, and then they're walking like all together, and they're coming all together, you know. Like, and then that's it. It's done. And then like 5 seconds later, man, you come running like Jack Black, like, rah! Oh, funny, man. And then I spotted you, and I'm like, man, that guy, man, like, it just got me laughing, like, yeah, like, I think people in the pub thought that I was crazy because I just started crack up.
I didn't do my caterpillar, did I?
No, come on.
Maybe after the show.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, man, come on. I'm the goat. So what's the thing? What's the thing? Is it a...
Oh, no, I just normally have a few beers, and the dance floor's packed. I'll have to do a caterpillar.
Not even a little bit on the chair? No.
No.
Don't want to knock this beautiful spread over.
Fair enough. But hey, man, you got this vibe, you know, like you're communicative guy, and you're social. Like, have you always been like that? Do you remember yourself like as a child and being in the classroom talking to...
Center of attention, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Was it good for the school times, or was it a bit of a...
yes and no. Yes and no.
Like, you're funny from outside the class because you got sent out?
No, I was sort of like the greaser, I think, with the teacher.
Right.
You know, don't do anything during class, but I'll grease the teacher up. So, he's a good boy.
Yeah.
Right.
Shout out to Chris Corley, actually. Good man. He knows why.
Yeah? Okay. Send us a message, man. The chat is
jump on, it's
open.
live.
There you
Comment,
go.
tell us why.
But like, how were you at school? Like, were you dedicated? Were you a good student?
Oh, yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I was never suspended or anything. I was, I guess I was all right. Pass things. C's get degrees. That sort of mentality. So I'd just go in and do the bare minimum and then do sport flat out. Always used to pass sport with flying colours. But yeah.
What other subjects did you take?
What did I take? Every PE class I could. So the outdoor eds and things like that. Then the old cabbage maths, because that gets you through.
And then we used to have like tests at the end of the year either, cabbage maths.
Yeah, great.
Cabbage maths?
Nah, when I was here, I was pretty chilled out. C's got degrees here, and I'd just do the bare minimum. But when I moved to Australia, it was quite intense.
Yeah.
Like your last year of school here, like you can just go,
miss a couple of days.
Yeah, miss a couple of days, no dramas. But over there, like it's full subjects every day, no free periods.
Far out.
Exams at the end of the year. But they've got it quite good, eh? Like if you want to go to university, you do like they call it like the OP pathway, and you have to get like all your exams you have to pass. But I did the vocational one, so it's like he's going to go be a tradesman. He can do all like I think I did like a coaching course. I did my personal training ticket while I was at school.
Hey.
Yeah, like all these sports courses I could take. It was good. Still had to do maths and English, like up to a certain degree or level, but yeah.
Pretty good English.
Pretty good England. Pretty good England.
Coming from coming from the foreigner. God damn.
What about you at school? Good? Naughty?
I made my way through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was always making sure I was, because that's the thing. In Brazil, you can repeat the year. So like if you suck, you might have to do the year again.
Oh.
Yeah. So like you have to, you go through the thing, and then you have a bunch of tests, and then it comes to like November, and if you're good, that's it. Like end of November, you're pretty much done. And if you're not, they will give you like one chance. So you got to stay one more week. So that's the first week of December already. And then if you don't make it, they give you another chance. So it's already like 2 weeks of December. And if you really suck, like you have to stay like until almost Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh.
And if you don't make those
And
ones,
the teachers are all for that.
it's just
like staying extra.
it's just what
Just
this
what it is.
education system is.
I think that's like what we have is that if you suck this year, you do cabbage maths next year.
Right. Nah, you repeat. You do the year again.
Oh,
So like if you get
crazy.
to your last chance and you didn't achieve enough, like, well, I'm saying this, but like I'm 33 and I'm not. But I know that you can still repeat. That's for sure. But like I think maybe the points or whatever system they used, it could have changed. But for me was always that mentality of like,
Just
I
go through.
don't want to be here in December, man. You know?
100%.
Yeah. So like I would hold maybe like one subject, like and there was never this thing of choosing the subject in Brazil. In Brazil, you just go for the set of geography, history, maths, whatever, Portuguese, blah blah blah. English was the one, and Spanish as well. But that was it. Like you could not choose what you were doing.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So like I never repeated a year. I never.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah.
which is
Good on you,
great.
mate.
But there was one
work.
year that I was like so close to like to blow. Like was physics was the worst.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Physics.
Yeah.
Yeah, physics. Yeah.
And there's no cabbage physics here.
Nah, there was like, nah, man, there was, and like some teachers, they would be cool. Like they would give tests like from like 0 to 4, the other one 0 to 5, 6. So like you would have to come up to 20 at the end of that. But like some teachers would be a bit hard and like give one test like 0 to 10, you know, like, so it's one chance.
Yeah.
And I remember there was this, like we had a party, it was like last year of school. And then there was a show, and then we went to the show, and then I knew that there was the physics test on the next day. So like I didn't touch the book, and I knew that I suck in physics. Like, you know, like I was, maybe I was even religious at the time, but I knew that my faith was not that strong. I knew it. I was very aware of it. I went to the test, and like I got 0.75 out of 10 for the test. And the reason why I got 0.75, it's because I cheated. I looked at my mate's answer, and I copied the answer.
Anything to get through.
But obviously, I didn't get the way that I would get to that result.
Yeah.
It was not there. So the
answer was
teacher
right.
only gave me 0.75 because I actually cheated.
That'd be scary, eh?
Dude.
Like your fate of going through another year of the same thing.
Oh,
It's
man.
all in a teacher's hands.
So hard, yes. So that's why I did my best to not fuck it up at school. Yes. And it worked.
I reckon they'd do that here. It'll probably work.
Yeah.
Probably get everyone working a bit harder.
Yeah.
Because there's no real, like, I guess, consequences if you don't pass, like, level 1. You just in the cabbage class next year. That's
Yeah.
it. I
Yeah.
feel that's
Or you
it.
go get a job.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Leave
education.
school and just get a job at 16.
Yeah, but like, and that's the funny thing. Like, not funny, but like, that's the interesting thing about a poor country. Like, when you do that, like the public system in Brazil, like the public schools, like, man, it's a poor country, you know. Like, so you're gonna get all sorts of people in school. So like, if you repeat and you don't care about school, suddenly you're like on seventh grade, and the bro next to you is 28.
Have you had that? Did you sit next to, like,
I
Mr.
think not me, because I studied in private school. I was actually lucky that my parents could afford private school. But like Taylor, if you're watching this, man, I think Taylor tells his story, or one of his mates, like someone in his classroom was like way older
That's so
than
good.
them. So see, like, so there's a good side of it, but there's also the bad side of just holding someone's there forever, because it's cool.
Could
honestly.
they not just leave and then go get a job? Or they're like, no, you're not high
Probably-
school educated, we're not going to hire you.
Probably they were working as well, you know, like you have to.
Yeah.
But it's just that things, who knows, like families are different. Maybe the family was putting a little bit of pressure, you know, like go and, or who knows, or to get this job, you have to finish school, or you have to be at school. And then there's just this, well, and for a lot of those old men is the place to sell drugs as well, I reckon. So you might as well
Yeah.
be at school, you know, like, so there's all these variants of a fucked up country. that we-
Lucky in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Oh man, New Zealand is main. And I always tell my friends, like, man, you wouldn't believe the school that I work at. You know, like I always tell them. And for New Zealanders, it's always like, oh, Mercury Bay is okay, like it's good. It's not the best, you know. Like if you go to other countries, and I'm like, this looks pretty good to me.
I
you
reckon
know?
it's good, eh?
It's
I love
great,
school. I love
man.
going to school here. Just chill.
And so many options, eh?
Yeah. For a small town, offer heaps.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like projects, you know, like outdoors stuff.
Oh, don't they build
Yeah.
airplanes now or something?
Yes. Yeah.
See, it's exciting for when the kids get old enough.
Yeah. How was your school here? Because you went to
I was in Rotorua.
Rotorua.
Went to an all-girls school. It was actually pretty, like, we had so many different options. Like, I don't know. I feel like when I talked to, say, my husband was in the UK, they didn't have things like we had, like, classical studies, and there was a whole dance class, like NCA for dance. But they were just basic like you guys. They just you were made to take the subjects. You didn't get a choice. But yeah, I think we're pretty lucky here.
Yeah. Can your kids go to Mercury Bay because of the area where they live?
Yeah. When they get to, eventually they will. So high school they'll start Mercury Bay, but not now. It's I think it's zoned now.
Yeah.
See, I was a Coromandel kid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Coromandel. It's good.
Was
It's
it?
cool. I think there was like 40 kids when I was there.
Yeah.
Then I come here when I was 11 into town. The big bus trip every morning into town.
Yeah, I
40
think that's
kids.
what the kids in our town have to do. They have to big kids jump on the bus, but it's from year 9 now.
Yeah.
Because we go up to intermediate at our little school.
So why were you going to Coromandel? Because of the place where you were living? Is that what it was?
Yeah, I lived in Coromandel for years until I was 11, 12, 13.
Was it a whole bunch of you guys coming over, or was it like,
Yeah,
right,
because
now
you
we've
sort
got
of go
39 at the school?
you go through with like year group, and then it's like the big. They're off to the big lights in town
Yeah.
on the big bus trip.
How far is it on a bus?
Oh, just can't remember now.
Too long
Geez,
ago.
there used to be some bloody the yarns on the bus. It's good.
I'm waiting
Yeah.
for the time when, like, you know, when the kids eventually come over here and they're like, "Oh, can I stay in town?" It's like, well, now I've got to come get you.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, you want to
When I
stay in
started
town
getting
with
like
mates.
a teenager, you're like, you have to like get rides home from rugby training and things like that because
Yeah.
parents are milking cows or something like that. So.
You're like, no, I can't get on the bus.
What were your parents doing, or like what did they do? What was the job when you were younger?
So my mum and my stepdad were on a farm at Coromandel, dairy farming, when I was a kid. And then the old man joined the police when he was 32 and he's now worked in Magri for 10 years. Now, now he's a detective in Wanganui, so
Cool.
climbing the ranks.
Did you ever have to use the good old dad? Oops, I think I need a hand here.
Not
Not
really.
yet.
Nah, not yet. Still got that up my sleeve.
Good.
Oh, you go,
I
save that.
think you'd just be like, good on you,
Good
mate.
luck,
Good
man.
luck. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember some stories though, like him telling stories?
Oh,
about
there's all
things?
sorts, eh? Like,
Yeah. Anyone that
Oh,
stuck
he-
you
like
when
he-
you were young and you were
he
like,
makes the
whoa.
odd comment. There's like a story in the news, a policeman's had a gun pointed at them or something, and he goes, "Oh, up there, that's just every day."
It's just what it is. Yeah. Oh, damn. Yeah.
So, but yeah, you know, he's got the odd one. Towels after a few beers, which is good.
Yeah.
Nothing too hard out. He's obviously, he can't really say too much, but
Yeah.
Would you go for that? Would you be a policeman?
I thought about it seriously,
Mm.
but I don't think so. Don't know.
Mm.
Could be a later in life thing. Maybe one day I'll go,
Yeah.
yeah, police. But yeah, nah, not
Not
at the
now.
moment. Not at the moment.
Would you, Brett?
But I
Would you be a policeman?
actually thought about becoming a cop at one point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just didn't go down that path.
Didn't qualify. Didn't tick all
the
the
partner I had
boxes.
at the time was like, you don't want to be a cop, like it had a stigma attached to it.
Yeah.
Stinking cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've actually got a couple of comments here. I was going to interrupt, but
Oh, please. Hey.
Yeah, well-
I like it.
Hanako was actually asking what cabbage math is for people who don't know, because I don't think you know either, do you, Leo?
Like I made an assumption, but no.
It's math for cabbages.
It's
Okay.
the easy math. So it's so I guess
It's a stereotype
normal
math.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is just for us in high school. So normal maths, you would have exam at the end of the year.
Yep.
Cabbage maths, you just did unit standards throughout the year. So you just worked from a book, and that was it. Yeah.
There you go, Hanako.
Yeah,
If
and
that helps, if that
Taylor's
helps.
got a story too that about the one that you were mentioning before. I just wanted to interrupt before it went too far.
Go.
He said that I was 8 years old and the mate in my class was 17.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
9 years in the same year.
Holy
He said he also repeated a year.
yeah.
It's like the movie on.
Wait, so even at 8, you're like, if you don't pass being 8, you stay again.
Yeah, you stay.
Holy
yeah,
hecker.
yeah. That's it. Yeah.
We've got a few call outs to see the tattoo as well.
Yeah,
So maybe at the end when
Maybe at the end.
when the
it's a
credits are rolling.
shocker. It is a shocker.
Yeah.
So guys, I'm not sure if it's gonna happen because Cody is currently not drinking. If he was,
I was going to say, is there
There would
liquid
be a
courage
chance.
that could bring out the tattoo?
Yeah, no, we'll get it out later.
okay. Can we carry on? Do you want to?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that was
cool.
great.
Yep.
Thank you. And there's a story that Taylor doesn't share that much, but apparently he was in a school, and then he got expelled, and then I think he got into the new school, and he was a bit quiet and shy, and then I think someone messed with him, and he threw a chair at a child, which is great, Taylor. Thanks for doing that. Great story. Young.
Oh, there's one other
You can
thing.
tell that.
You-
You can say that live next time.
Can you move across a little bit to show you a new jersey, because your
yeah.
microphone actually sits right on the logo, unfortunately.
ALTBAYS.
Nice.
Every guest gets a free one, don't they?
We're getting there, brother. Man, soon we're gonna get to the point that we'll send it to your place. Don't worry about
Good
that.
man.
We're getting there. So Zeke and Co. It's our friend Emma who is giving us a hand with our merch. We're not at the position yet of making heaps, but we are getting there. We're doing a lots of trials and nice tests, and yeah, cool stuff. Cool things are coming. It's growing, man. The show is growing. Like there's some traction now. There's people
it's
interested, people getting in touch.
We've
And
had some interesting people on.
yeah, that helps, eh?
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
Like Lee Hopper and things like that. Like people that have like developed the town and
Yeah, that was
really
a
help
cool
it
show
grow into
too.
what it is now. And
Yeah. What do you think about this format of like, because you listen to something that is a bit more niche, but like, what do you think about?
I think it's good.
Yeah.
No one's really done it in town, you know, and it's just get to know people in the community and, you know.
Did you tell people you were coming on tonight, and they're like, "I'm gonna watch it"?
Oh, I did what I didn't.
Yeah.
He's coming first to see if it's gonna be okay, and then he's
share
gonna
the-
share
share the link.
if it's alright, which is good, which
Yeah.
is great, which is fair.
Yeah, I was a little bit nervous this afternoon, but very welcoming environment. It's
Yeah.
good.
Thanks, man. That's good. I mentioned that you are not drinking currently. So what? Why?
No, I was trying to lose a bit of weight and get a bit fit and things like that. Just, yeah. Try and make our rep team again.
Yeah.
Had a big summer, so.
And coffee. We talked about coffee on
Oh, the
Saturday
other
when you
day.
came here. Yeah. So what was the thing with coffee, man? That was interesting that you mentioned.
I've been I'm just a big caffeine fiend, really. And I
Yeah.
was thinking it was starting to affect me in different ways. So I was sort of like, I've cut it out, and geez, I've been getting headaches every day. Wake up in the morning and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh,
Withdrawals.
Aye.
I'm getting. I'm there too. I'm trying to cut down to like I will drink coffee all day long. Like
yeah, I'm
just
too.
before bed, I'll have a coffee and I'll go to
Oh,
sleep
really?
fine. Yeah.
Really,
But, yeah.
Christine?
Sweet
Wow.
ass, but so I know that's
My
wrong.
dad's like that.
I know
See, I'm
it's not
2 or
good.
3 a day, and then a pre-workout before I go to the gym or something, or train or whatever,
Yeah.
which is really high potent caffeine,
Yes.
and then sleep like shit, and then
And
wake
then
up
wonder why.
and then wake up in the morning tired and just do it all over again.
So
Yeah.
I was about to ask that. You don't sleep well.
Better now,
Better now, yeah.
but still wake up like, oh,
Is it
Yeah.
is it that kind of sleep that is just like interrupted, or those dreams that? Man, I hate those dreams that make you tired. You know those dreams that like you're trying to calculate something that don't add up, or hey,
The stressed out
the
dreams.
fuck, hey, like why? So
Do you have
is
super
there
vivid dreams then?
not much that I know what's happening?
Yeah.
have you
but
heard
like-
any yarns about certain foods giving you vivid dreams? Like someone said
So-
cheese or
Dairy?
something.
Yeah, dairy is
yeah.
supposed to give you like crazy dreams.
And the girl from the Wilderland, she came here, Delphi. She gave us this herbs, like this plants that can support vivid dreams.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no weed.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Nah,
plants-
no,
what
weed-
plants
weed-
is she giving
No,
you?
weeds does the opposite. Weeds actually inhibits.
asleep.
Yeah. It kind of like it more sedates you than actually gets you to rest, so you don't reach those REM stages that often if when you're stoned. Same with alcohol, like you're sedated. That's why most people that's why hangover sucks so much, because you actually didn't rest at all.
Geez,
You
I've
were
had some good sleeps after a few beers. Oh,
yeah, but that's the thing. You're sedated. You know, like you're gone. Like it's different than actually a full like rest. Your
Yeah.
body didn't stop. Your body was kind of like doing something with that alcohol. You know, so that's
You were fucked
anyway.
up, not
Yeah.
sleepy.
But like for you, what was the reason for the coffee thing? Like, were you just like that's too much and
yeah, mixture of things. Of just
The withdrawals suck ass though. eh?
I've been getting headache the last 2 weeks I've been getting headaches in the morning, and then they'll go away by 9 o'clock, and then I'll be like,
Hey.
need to have a coffee.
And
Nah.
then you're like you get up with a headache, and you're like a coffee will fix this, but you're like also the problem.
I never used to drink it, like when I was a teenager and things, never like touched it. And then I started becoming a tradie and working, and you know, having a few beers on a Thursday and probably going to work a little bit tired on a Friday, and being like, I need something to keep me going.
Coffee will help.
Didn't even like the taste of it growing
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah.
Now,
No.
then I was just like, oh, give me coffee now. I'm into it.
Yeah. Which one do you drink? What do you drink?
Just something with, to be honest, this sounds a bit bad, but just the caffeine content, the more the better.
Yeah.
That's why I've had to stop.
But like you don't have like oh yeah, go for a flat white.
Oh,
it's
flat white,
cappuccino,
just the standard,
flat
A
yeah.
triple shot.
Yeah.
Hey,
Before
you
rugby-
guys, man.
Before rugby,
yeah.
Before rugby, we go for breakfast. Oh, yeah, triple shot, bang.
Fire. Wow. What's your?
I
coffee?
always get a double shot soy mocha unless I don't think they can make the soy milk, then I won't get it. But if I don't think they can make it, I will just get like a cappuccino or a latte or something like that.
Right.
But yeah, soy mocha is the go-to.
Black coffee.
Oh, I'll drink black.
Yeah, haven't really got my head around black coffee yet.
Mm.
Is that what your black coffee?
Yeah.
I'll probably have a
It's-
coffee now and be like, "Bing."
It's like I feel
I'd
like
rather have a black coffee than no coffee.
yeah I just feel like like if you're gonna go for that kind of drug, like you want to get the best out of it, and then if you go for black, like you know what you're getting.
Yeah.
Like a friend of mine, Figan, good man, he was into the caffeine pills.
oh,
That's
yeah.
even better because like then you don't have the thing with your teeth and
Yeah.
like in the acidity of coffee and everything. But it's still, like it's a lot of caffeine. But I just like the ritual of a
Yeah.
nice
Going to a cafe
sitting
with
there,
a friend and
Yeah.
sitting
black
there.
coffee, like whatever coffee you have, like that's a cool thing. But then it becomes a habit. You're just grabbing the coffee and doing. I need another one. I need another one. What about energy drinks? Is it a big thing? Because a lot of energy drinks actually sponsor a bunch of sports, like and teams and.
Yeah, yes and no. It just depends who you are. I think I've been known to have the odd V or something every now and then. Bit of a
Yeah.
pick me up, but yeah, I'm normally a coffee, Just gives you a bit of a kick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Better
yeah,
cut.
yeah. Is it a thing though? Like, do you guys have like? Is it common to see the teams having like water, Gatorade, whatever, like V, like on?
I reckon the professional like rugby players, they've made like coffee culture and rugby a thing. Like you always see like on Instagram, you follow like your Bowden Barretts and things like that. They're always like, oh, out for coffee, or like their days off. Oh, we're just gone for coffee with a few of the boys, and then I think that's like filtered through like the grade slowly, and then like we all have a coffee or a smoothie or whatever every morning before a game and a bit of breakfast and catch up. It's quite a funny thing.
Yeah.
It's like a trend. It's almost like like a trend. Professional rugby players have started going out for coffees and
Being seen before the game.
yeah, going in.
So is that usually like the ritual before a game? Like what time normally do you guys play?
Yeah, so we're 2:00 kickoff. So we all meet down the Harbour House. Shout out to them, Lank. Good feed down there. Does well. Normally about 9. Depends where we're playing, Like if we're in Aotearoa, hour and 45 bus trip, 2 hours-ish. Down at about 9:00. Leave about 10:30.
Yep.
Get there about 12:30. Strapping, warm up, 2:00 kickoff.
Right.
Did you guys struggle lots with COVID and stuff? Like you obviously couldn't make it to some trainings, or would you guys have it like a sneaky train, or?
Nah, like with guidelines, stick to them.
Stop,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just stop.
you have to stick to them, because you don't want anyone getting sick or
No.
really sick. Like, you don't know what underlying conditions people have. You just,
And with it, you guys, like you said, you've got shorter seasons now. Was that obviously how long's COVID been? Like 2 years now.
I think
isn't it?
because there was a bit of a
Mm.
bit of an outbreak around the peninsula, So I think a lot of the clubs sort of had like, I know we sort of had like 10 or 12 people have it at once,
Yeah.
and so yeah, there was like 4 or 5 at training or something like that. So they were like, oh, well, this can't go on much longer.
Well, at least it's good now. It's only a week. If you're, obviously if you're healthy, you have a week off and.
The thing with it in a small town though, like, because we interact, like we'll go over the hill and play someone, who knows where they've been.
Yeah.
You come back here and then you go to work, everyone goes to work, 25 guys go to work, give it to their clients, their workmates, A lot of us work with older people as well that have underlying things. You don't you don't want to be the person to,
Yeah.
Spreading,
Give it to
yeah. Have you got it though?
Have you had it?
already?
I've had it,
Have you
yeah,
had
had it. Yeah, went through there. It was 2 days, It was, I don't know, have you guys had it?
Yeah. I think we've all had it in here
Now the whole team now, yeah.
Two
Taylor's the
or
last
3 days, I was pretty off, bit slow, bit tired.
one. Yeah.
What about you? You were a couple of days sick, weren't you?
Yeah, I think 2 days, like the worst ones.
Yeah.
Especially like for me was like there's this cough that hasn't left yet. Kind of
I
like a
had that
dry.
for like 3 or 4 weeks afterwards.
Yeah, like it, it doesn't bother me, but it's just weird. Like at specific times in the morning or before going to bed. But just that brain fog really annoyed me. You know, like feeling a bit like sad and
I couldn't
down,
eat,
like,
I
shit.
couldn't eat for 2 days.
Yeah, the flavors in.
See, I was worried about it. So we've just come back. Like last week we had COVID. I was like, oh shit, if I feel shit and the kids feel shit, like doesn't matter with me because I'll be worrying about them. But I was lucky I had no symptoms.
Oh, that's lucky.
Yeah.
That's good.
So 4 out of 5 of us have got it in my household. It's just my son who didn't get it at all.
Wow. What about the team? What about the boys?
Yeah, heaps of us got it. I think
Yeah.
there's only a few now that haven't had it.
Mm.
I think a lot of us are almost at the end of our 3 month. Whatever they reckon you can't get it
And
in
then
3
you
months.
start again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever happened to Delta and all the other ones?
I don't know.
Crazy, eh?
Because Delta was the one that was
It was
having the Coromandel around Christmas.
The first one was like really bad, eh? The
Yeah.
first variant. People were
Yeah.
dying everywhere, which was terrible.
Yeah.
And then that just disappeared. Then a new one turned up.
Have you watched that documentary called The First Wave? I think it's on Disney Plus.
No.
Oh, no.
It's about COVID in New York, and it's so sad to watch. Like it's like I guess when it was real bad, and they were just filling chillers up with body bags and stuff.
Yeah. Was
So
Brazil as
scary to
well.
watch.
I don't know. Would it be a thing with herd immunity that
Yeah.
like it gets like people who have to catch it, and then it just kind of like dies off? I think that's kind of like what they're expecting to happen. I don't know. That's a good
Apparently there's
question.
another one, isn't there? It's in Australia.
Keeps popping
I
up.
don't even know what it's called.
No, I heard that there was another strand. Yeah.
They seem to be getting weaker and weaker though, eh?
Yeah.
Like, they're not as... I don't know, you don't get as knocked around.
No, see, I think it wasn't as bad for me because I had a cold like a month ago, 6 weeks ago, and that was real shit. And then I thought, oh shit, if I get COVID now, it's just going to roll me, but nothing. So,
Yeah,
know.
because like that feeling of not being sharp sucks, eh?
yeah.
That's the worst, I reckon. Like, I became much more empathetic with people who say like, "Oh, I have depression," or like, "I feel like this and I feel like that's," because it's easy to judge people and to say, "Oh, you know, man up," or whatever. You know?
100%.
Yeah, and then you feel that, and then you're like, "Oh
A
yeah,
little bit vulnerable, eh?
hey,
Yeah.
yeah." So I actually wrote. I do my journaling, and I actually wrote a text saying like, you know, thanks COVID, not fuck COVID, because
Yeah,
everybody says fuck COVID, and I'm like, well, there was a lesson on that, you know, like, so I should be appreciative of the lesson at least, because I became a bit more empathetic.
100%.
Yeah, man, we talked about something cool on Saturday. You were telling the mindsets of the players when like the coach, it's getting you guys ready for something.
So, yeah, we've been...
I told you not to tell me much
No,
about
no,
it
that's
because I
all right.
wanted to ask you again. But like, can you take me through that?
So we were lucky enough in our Thames-Valley, our rep team there, we had a mental skills coach come and talk to us for a few sessions and things like that. And he was just talking about the different mindsets going into different situations, or how to deal with different situations on a rugby field. So red brain, blue brain, which I think applies quite well into life as well. Having certain situations where you have to have a blue brain, obviously calm, and then a red brain where you obviously have to be a little bit aggressive and stamp your authority sort of thing. So I don't know, I just thought that was we were just chatting away on Saturday here.
Yeah.
Thought it was just a cool thing, like that applies to life as well, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to go into situations with a clear head and, you know, sort things out, but sometimes you also have to put your foot down and say, look, no, that's not right, or something, you know.
Yeah. How does that apply to the being on the field? Because I guess you have to be red brain, like, but there's also times that you have to think and read the situation.
See,
you know,
that-
like, do you have to switch from one? Is
You
that
do,
kind of
you do. You have to be pretty quick thinking, and you're switching from your red to your blue. So generally in your blue brain, you'd probably be assessing something. So if something's not quite going right, instead of just your brain ticking over, you sort of almost have to have a step back and go, right, how are we going to fix this?
Yeah.
Especially if for a leader on a rugby field, you sort of have to be like, okay, how are we going to fix this as a team, or how am I going to relay my message clearly so the other players can understand it, you know? And then obviously your red brain, you're going to do a scrum, or you're going to tackle someone into them, you know?
right?
Yeah, it's quite interesting. It was quite interesting, the things he was talking about.
Do you feel like you're learning that you becoming better at that of like?
Yeah, it's a tough one. You sort of have to, sort of have to practice it quite a lot. See, I'm one, my sort of mindset thinking when I'm on the field playing is more, if I make a mistake, how I flush things. So I'm really big on trying to work on that at the moment. And the back end of last year, I was working really hard on it. So making an error and then sort of thinking, not dwelling on it and going, right, what's my next task? What am I doing next? You know, rather than, because you can't change your error or do anything. So you've got to, instead of dwelling on it, just sort of be like, right, what's my next task? What am I going to do to fix this?
Yeah, applies to life, eh?
It does.
That is a good thing. Yeah. Man, you know what I think we chatted a little bit about it, but same, like I was like, nah, let's save this. It's quite common nowadays to see older players like American football, rugby, like people who are doing a lot of like impact sports, you know, like some of them, they have some conditions, something that happened because of the sport, but like some others, they just get into that depression mode because I think it's a sport that, those are sports that require so much of that red brain that you were saying, you know?
It's an outlet, hey?
Yeah. Like, obviously, I don't want to compare because it's not a comparison, but like, same with soldiers, you know? Like, they are forced to be in that state of like stress and reacting and do things. And then like, we're not taught to go back or even not even back, but like to learn how to calm down and do all those things. So what's the importance of having those mental skills coaches, and like how do you see this thing affecting sports people?
I think it's I think like the older people, it's more like when they retire and when they don't have a, I think there's the old sense of belonging thing, eh? Like they go back to life and they're on the weekend, they're just, I don't know, they feel like they need something, you know, like a rugby club or something.
Yeah.
Because you still, like, there's a few old guys running around here and, you know, they've been there since I was a kid. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Do you still get them coming down and watching every game?
Oh,
and,
yeah. The support for the older guys are good. And, you know, that's just one of those things. It's a sense of belonging. It's a club they've been part of.
That's right.
Yeah. I think, to answer your question, though, like, I think someone, like I said before, they need an outlet. So, like, I think especially as men, too, you need, we were talking about it before, having an outlet or just like a hobby or something you can do, maybe.
Yeah.
Just you know?
It does help, eh?
We're talking about that before, eh? Like having an outlet.
Hey, Brett.
Talking about before having an outlet.
Brett is on the chat, man. He's checking.
Sorry.
No. Cody was telling about the importance of like having an outlet when you're a man and you are like, what was the example that you guys, what were you talking about before? I was doing the.
No, we're saying like you're not drinking or anything like that, you know? Sometimes that could be an outlet for some people.
Yeah.
And now you're just like, okay, what's my outlet?
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely need something, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a vice though, eh? Like,
No.
So I guess your outlet would be like music and this?
Yeah, that's an outlet.
Yeah.
Yeah. It helps. Yeah, I think humans, like we like to tap into different state of minds, you know, like whatever it is, you know, like that's why we go for the coffee, we go for a drink every now and then, and music has that power as well. That's why
music's good, eh?
people love, you know, like, and it's funny because we all can sing, you know. It's not a thing. Oh yeah, you can, well, if you can talk, if you're not mute, you know, like
I can't.
Well, you can. You got a voice, you know.
I don't think I've ever met someone that doesn't like music.
Yeah.
Oh no, I love music.
Who came here and said that is not a doesn't? Oh, Lee Hopper doesn't listen to music. He said.
That was.
He's into podcasts.
Yeah,
he said he doesn't listen to.
He
music.
doesn't have time for music.
Doesn't have time for music. That was his answer.
Too busy growing towns.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Not a musical developer, but he says he likes podcasts, which is cool.
Oh, and because also he couldn't concentrate. If he had music on, he can't concentrate on what he's doing.
That's right. But yeah, it has this power to like get you somewhere else, you know, like it puts you on a different zone.
100%.
Yeah. So, well, sports, right?
Yeah.
Man, like
always pumping music before we play.
Yeah.
Get you in the mood, you know, bouncing around.
What do you guys listen to? Is it like
I've got the headphones in, but
There's no team playlist that you
oh
guys
no,
amp yourself up
got a
with?
team playlist, but that's normally for afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
That just sits in the corner and plays away. But
What's in there?
oh, all sorts. It's
Yeah?
Spotify. It's called Candy Shop. Anyone wants to subscribe to it?
Yeah.
Come and have a look.
have a little look. It's good. Yeah, no, it's got all sorts. You can just add whatever you want to it.
Yeah.
Bit of Atomic Kitten. Shout out McVeary, his favourite song. Yeah, Atomic Kitten, all sorts of stuff. Catch a Fire.
Yeah, that's good.
Just all the old classics, a few classics. Boys love a good classic on the bus.
Well, you said
bangers on the bus.
yeah, you say you grew up in Coromandel. Do you go to the gigs there at the Coromandel Tavern?
Yeah, love them, eh? I was lucky. My mum used to manage the Coromandel in 2010, 11ish.
So that was with Jerry. And,
Jerry and that. Yeah, so
David
and Jerry. Yep.
Yeah.
So I used to go over there and stack the chillers when I was sort of 15, 16, which was awesome. Jimmy Barnes, I was like, who's this? Never even heard of him when I was young. I was like, holy hell.
Would some bottles disappear while you were stocking up?
No.
12, 9?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, that looking back, probably should have. But
Yeah, like I dropped 3.
nah, the old, the Coromandel, it's just an icon. It's good.
Yes. Do you remember
there's
the
some
last
pretty
one?
cool concerts out there.
It's such a good venue, yeah.
I haven't been.
We were
Don't
quite, I
judge
was
me.
like quite lucky, like when we were young, that like your 660s and your shapeshifters and all your big New Zealand acts used to go every year. But now they're just too big, They just sell out. Like Western Springs, look at that, 50,000.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Crazy, but yeah, I do love a Coromandel.
Yeah.
Toe tapper.
We had Jed and Michelle from the tavern
Oh,
here.
yeah.
And Brett was trying his best to get them to tell us the lineup
Oh yeah.
for next year.
Oh yeah,
for
last
this
year,
yeah.
COVID would have been pretty hard for them.
Yeah,
Felt for them a bit. They still got a few in there. I went to one. Can't remember who was playing, but I didn't really know who was playing.
I do think some people don't care. They're like concert. I'm gonna go.
Coromandel.
Yeah.
It's always good.
Good vibe.
Yeah.
Awesome place. Love it.
Do you get to go to the city? Like, do you get to escape and then go for a weekend? We met in Auckland. Do you remember that? Like this random Sunday.
Stop bringing up all these stories.
Oh man,
I don't remember.
you
remember
were
that?
making. Nah, you guys were.
Whereabouts did I see you?
I think Taylor and I, we were going to grab a coffee somewhere in the city. I'm pretty sure you were there. Connor was there. I remember Connor clearly, but I think you were there too. You guys were just having like breakfast or coffee in Auckland like Sunday morning. I'm like, oh,
Might have
Bo
been
was
too
there. I'm pretty
early
sure.
Sunday.
Yeah, just random.
Well, we would have been, on a mission.
Like escapes to the city. Is it?
Yeah,
On
well,
my way home.
Bo used to live in Hamilton, so we used to go down there all the time. Played rugby down there for a year. Went down there for a season. I travelled. It's a long drive, 2 hours to training and back. But that was good. Bit of city life.
Hey, get a gig, get a treat in the city.
Yeah.
Do you try to do that with the family? Is a bit harder, I would say. Yeah.
Like go to concerts and stuff.
Well, yeah, go to for a weekend.
Yeah,
away
we've
or
got
something.
like we're actually quite lucky, and at home we've got like a really good group of friends that all of us together would go. So we
Yeah,
all
that's
went to
good.
Drake's Project last year in June. I think it was like 15 of us. No kids. We all left our kids
It's a good
at
crew,
home.
15's a good.
Yeah,
good
so there
number.
was quite a lot of us, and we all go whether with our partners or not. And our next one we are planning is 660 in November.
Yep.
Yeah, so there's like 10 of us going so far, which is
Nice,
so got to book it in advance with the in-laws and
Yep.
can you watch the babies?
Yeah, someone has to watch the.
Someone's got to watch the kids, and it's
yeah.
like 5 couples, so that's 5 lots of kids, and off we go.
Are there a lot of the players who have families?
Yeah, so yeah, they manage quite well. Their kids are always running around. It's good. It's sort of like a daddy daycare, if you will.
Next generation of
Kids
players.
will run around. Everyone's picking them up and looking after them.
Yeah. Do you have it's always a tricky question, the plan to have a family, but like, would you fancy the idea of having kids and everything?
Not yet.
I'm not inviting you. I'm not inviting you to have one.
One
One
day.
day. One day.
Not
One
asking
day.
for one from
Yeah, man, would you like to have it?
Yeah.
One day, yeah.
2022. Nah, yeah, one day, I guess.
Yeah.
Not in the near future, though, hopefully.
Well, you never know.
What about you?
Yeah, what about you?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Not
Well,
yet.
it's the natural thing in life, right?
Yeah.
That's why we're here for.
It's a vicious cycle.
To reproduce. Yeah, it's quite important, but I think there's a bunch of people doing it already.
There's more than enough out there.
Yeah, and I feel like it's too much pressure sometimes, especially on women, you know, when people ask, "Oh, do you want to be a
Yeah,
mother?"
you got to tell them that you've got a time frame as well.
Hey,
when you're a
which-
female.
I got younger siblings, and they already pissed me off. So
Like,
I know,
nah.
right? Imagine.
yeah,
And then they grow up, and then you have new ones, and then you have, God damn it. So yeah, I don't know. I really appreciate like the time with children. That's why I work at school, right?
100%.
Yeah, but that's why I get paid too. Well, you know.
yeah.
But it is a thing. Like for me, I think it's too much pressure when you ask that question. You know? That's why I was very careful with the way
that's all right.
that I was
Yeah.
asking, because you know. But I think it's
So not
mainly
no,
for
just not now.
Yeah.
And especially like for women, I feel like sometimes the thing with age, the age counts, you know, because like sometimes you see women kind of like, oh, I'm getting older and I don't have children, so it might come with a bad choice
Yeah.
of a man, or just the pressure. Oh, I just want a child, and then like you ruin your life, you know,
Yeah.
like if you're not careful. So that's why I'm kind of like,
100%.
if it happens, if someone cool shows up and it's a plan, you know, like why not?
Got to make a plan.
Yeah.
Well, most of the time it's not a plan. Eh?
No.
Most of the time it
Yeah.
just happens,
A
right?
lot of them aren't planned.
Yeah.
Are you? Are you a non-planned?
Yep, non-planner.
No.
Would you listen to that as like a telling off thing? You're not even supposed to be here.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Jesus.
You start. No, man, how hard it is to live this life of a sportsman with all the women after you guys, man. That must be horrible.
Don't be silly. Don't be bloody silly. Not me.
Come on, man.
Not
You
me.
say the same for a musician's life.
Yeah, I reckon. Drumming. I heard you there the other day at the school.
Gotta support the team.
Hey.
You heard? Oh yeah, yeah.
I was working away at the school in the holidays. Heard
Yeah.
yeah.
you drumming away, singing.
I was singing though. It was a band practice, and I was singing.
Good. Didn't have to turn the radio on.
Yes. Yeah,
But what were you saying? You had COVID, so you're a bit scratchy, you reckon?
yeah, it changed the voice. Hey, I can feel it.
Yep.
I can feel that the voice is not the same. Yeah, it's like just the register, you know, like how high or how low you can go.
Yep.
It feels like
That
it's a
having
bit.
a cough.
Yeah. Especially here, especially in the show. Like sometimes I have to wait a minute, you know, like I don't want to cough on the
Swallow it
microphone.
down.
Yeah. So with the singing, I feel like the registers are not as sharp. But man, it's just patience, right? There's not much.
Got any gigs coming up?
Uh,
Tables are turned now. I'm interviewing.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
about to ask who's running this bloody show.
It's good. It's good. Conversation is good. You know, like I really appreciate when we can have a conversation.
Yeah.
Like I don't mind at all asking questions to people. That's why I'm here for. But like sometimes people are waiting for the question and they don't throw it back at us.
Lucky I haven't had a few beers. It'll be a 5-hour podcast.
I know, right? I was saying we might have to bring you guys back. You know,
Yeah,
like you.
100%.
Yeah, we'll do that
At
for
the end
sure.
of season.
Yeah.
Bring you back at end of
100.
season.
Well, Stu and I think we have something in June, which is a bit far. But man, I hurt my wrist last year, so like my drumming thing slowed down considerably, and starting this also changed
Yeah.
things. So that's why I got into that other band, and I'm singing now just to keep me active with music, which is a big passion for me to sing.
Good.
But I was we still have this punk rock trio that I love to play the drums on, and because I go hard is the kind of drumming.
Don't even feel your wrist. You're just slamming away.
That's the problem I feel on the next day.
Yeah.
You know. But man, like rugby players, because the thing is, I'm used to football. In football, I read this quote. I won't remember how it is.
Pretend to be hit.
Yes,
Not
you
actual
pretend
hit.
to be hit, and then you pretend that you're hurt, and you're there, you're sitting there. And rugby is the opposite. You
Oh,
guys
yeah,
are
like-
fucked, and you guys pretend you're not, and you
Yeah.
carry
You're
on.
bleeding and you're like, no, just
No, it's all good. It's all good. Carry on.
surface scratch.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. You see, yeah. I don't know.
Is it the adrenaline or?
Some people do say I'm too sore and go off. But it's just, yeah. I think it's the measure. I don't know. It's one of those things. You don't want to be having a beer afterwards and someone goes, oh, you're not even that sore.
Yeah.
You know? It's just a Kiwi male thing, I think.
I think the only thing that like
Right.
worries
What
me
bands?
with rugby is when you tape your ears down, right? Like a lot of people tape them
Oh,
down.
yeah.
That
I have
freaks me
before.
out when they get injured because
So they do
They
that,
look
eh?
real
They do
bad.
that. You've seen the cauliflower ear,
Yeah.
eh? So I know people do that especially locks, like second rowers, because in
Yeah.
the scrum, they're rubbing on the prop and the hooker
Yeah.
like that. They'll take the ears up so it doesn't rub.
Yeah.
I want one. That's why I don't take mine up anymore.
You want a cauliflower ear?
Just the
Just
stamp.
to show.
Just the stamp. Of,
Cabbage mats, cauliflower.
yeah.
Yeah, you
Just a
guys all
midget.
vegans in this show, man. Who would have thought? Sorry.
Yeah, that freaks me out when you see it and you're like, ow, it looks sore. The cauliflower ear looks.
yeah, I've seen some people I've seen them get drained, and they because they fill it full of blood and then they calcify, and then that's what the gristle. It's pretty much just gristle hanging off your head.
Yeah.
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 Just
But you want one.
You want one.
if it happens,
Just one.
They're
Man,
already starting to bubble up a little bit, but
Yeah.
no blood yet. So
But like, I guess it hurts less once you have that. So like you.
yeah, once it's gone hard, I guess I haven't got one, but I guess it doesn't hurt.
Are you also into like some martial arts, some grappling?
Yeah,
or
not really.
no? Because that's another.
I know that's
kind
probably a good way of. I know NRL, like rugby league, they do a lot of that wrestling and their tackles and stuff, but yeah, rugby you don't really
Right.
get into it.
Because again, like I don't understand much of the sport, but like sometimes I watch because I've been here for 9 years, right? So like you see old school rugby,
Yep.
completely different from what it is
So
now,
different.
right?
Even when I started playing the senior rugby, I think it's changed.
Yeah.
Like I can't even like now you've got all your patterns and your what you're going to do here and this end of the field. Like I can't really remember. Even like at first 15 school level, I don't even remember us talking about that. I'm sure we did, but in a different way. But yeah, I don't even really remember playing like we do now.
Is it more like a strategy thing that evolved, or more like the impact, like the way that?
Yeah,
Yeah, do you have like plays?
yeah, like
Like, you know, obviously you're going from
yeah,
TV
like
movies of American football and they have a playbook. Do you have playbooks?
yeah, but it's more off the cuff than American football. So
Yeah.
like rugby's, as you know, it's very. So if someone gets tackled really hard and then you're going backwards
Yeah.
where you're meant to go, it's sort of like, okay, what do we do now? And you've sort of got to adapt. So it's quite on the fly, eh? It's quite. That's why I love it, because you always got to think and you're tired and someone's running at you and they want to kill you and you know, and you've got to try and have a skill set where you can try and pass it, run over them, step them.
Man, do you remember a story that like it was a game that it was just hard, like
That final last year.
yeah,
Yeah.
but like
Was it-
also that you were like, oh, sorry,
No, I was
You
going to
go.
say, was it close? Like, what was the
Yeah,
score?
like 12-10. It was a hurricane. Like it was terrible weather. And because I throw the ball on the line out, it has to be straight. And the weather's your worst enemy. I was thinking to myself, here we go. When we turned up, this is going to be a tough day at the office. Got a few things right. Scored a try. We're winning 12-5 at halftime or 12-3 or something. Can't really remember the second half because it was just knackered, like blowing. But the adrenaline keeps you going, eh?
yeah,
And then just cold, windy, knackered as. And then about 5 minutes to go, we're like, a few of the front rowers, I think Trinity McQueen, he said to me, like, oh, we'll collapse this and waste time, because scrum is a quite good way of wasting time, especially if you're winning. Because
Yeah.
if they reset, you've got to piss around and reset the scrum and make sure it's all safe. So he goes down, collapses it, ref resets it, another 2 minutes tick away. It's reset again. And then we sort of said, I'll let them have it because we'll get penalised and then they'll be up the field and they'll probably score. Then they slipped over, boom, another reset. Then they went wide, dropped it, final whistle. Then I just started crying like a baby.
wow, yeah, made it.
Like, one, yeah, it's over because I'm cold
Oh,
and
the
tired.
relief.
Yeah.
The relief was just unbelievable. That was
Yeah.
probably the biggest thing. Get me in the showers and get me a cold beer. Oh,
At the same time.
And this is, yeah.
yeah.
Beer showers.
But like, what about the pain thing? I know that was beautiful, but like any was there a moment that someone got you, and you were like, oh, mother, like got me, man. Like you had to put that face on
Yeah,
the brave face.
you get them every game.
Yeah.
I think the big ones don't hurt. It's the little ones you get. Like you're sort of
Ah, right.
standing next to a ruck or something, someone just boomf and gets you and you're like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah. You're like, I want to go sit down.
You see those big hits on TV, but half of them get up straight away because it's so quick. They happen so quick and bang, you're on the ground. You're sort of like, oh,
Shit.
you don't have time to hurt.
Yeah.
It's the little ones, eh? The little... gristly farmers are the worst. Ones with big hands and they're just gristly. You know the farmers, forearms like cabbages, and they just they hurt. They hurt.
So guys, for the guys with the big hands watching, man,
Ouch.
that's that's Cody's nightmare. So now you know.
They're gonna go for you now.
I'm their nightmare though. So
Yeah.
that's good.
Oh yeah.
And the ages are quite different. Like that's the cool thing about the team. Like you have younger fellas, but you also have the
it's good. I reckon that's the best thing about rugby. I remember when I started, like I was 16. I think I played my first game here. It was you have your initiation, then you got to drink like a couple of beers or whatever and scull them, which is always a laugh with early guys like the young guys. And then it's good. It's
So
just,
for the team here, do you have to like try out to get on the team, or is it like?
well, I think
just-
at the moment because we have a lot of players, but we don't. Like we've got probably 18 to 20 really committed guys that go really hard all year. But you sort of need 30 or 40, just
Yeah.
because everyone gets injured and away and
Right.
family commitments and
Yeah.
things like that.
So do you have them just turning up like on
Yeah,
camp?
yeah.
Or do you have,
If anyone wants to come down, more than welcome to come down and play.
yeah.
100%.
Oh, I thought it would be like tryouts, like, but
No.
then I guess it's your
The more the merrier. Love
your
seeing new
reserves and
players.
stuff. You'd get your ones going hard out.
Yeah, yeah. So
First.
if you generally turn up at the start of the year and train continuously through January, February, March, you'll probably find yourself on the first division team. But if you just want to be a social player or whatever, the reserve team's there, and it just depends. Just caters for everyone. If you want to be a social player, want to take it seriously,
what's the vibe when you teach the kids, when you coach?
coaching.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's good. It's real fulfilling. When kids sort of you give them a little bit of a pointer here or there, and they do it, and then something works really well, and then you're like, oh, sweet, it's good. I've got a really good group of boys down there.
You're still doing it, eh?
Yeah, still do it now. So before our trainings, I'll be down there and train the first 15 boys, and I'm lucky I've got two good coaches doing it with me this year, so they take them on Saturday.
Who are they?
Mikey Campbell and Craig Swindles. Yeah, good buggers. So
Sweet.
Yay. And then you get to take them to the games as well? Like how does
so
that work?
because I'm playing on Saturday, obviously I've gone through my stuff routine.
Yeah.
If I'm playing at the same place, I'll go over and do the coach thing. But if I'm playing in Aotearoa and they're in home, it's a bit hard. So the other boys take over and kick off this weekend. So it'll be good. Boys got a little tournament, Woodianga. So 10 o'clock if anyone wants to come down and watch. Sports park.
There
And what's
you
the age
go.
for their
Alright.
For the first 15, so
Yeah.
they're sort of 18 to 16.
Oh yeah.
16-year-olds, yeah. So I'm lucky I've got 27 players this year. So,
Hey.
yeah,
Healthy sized team.
it'd be good.
When you're doing the thing, when you're coaching and you're dealing with the youth, like, do you remember? Does it take you back? Do you see big differences from like when you were 15, 16 to them nowadays?
I think the size difference, I don't know. I can't remember when we were that age. Like, they're all quite small. And
Now?
and I kept thinking to myself, were we that small when we were at school?
Maybe we're just your perspective of looking up
and that's
to
what
it.
that's what else I think too. Like, was it?
Yeah.
Maybe I was small and everyone else looked big,
Yeah.
but it is good. You have to be a little bit tough on them sometimes. A few swear words slip out every now and then, but especially school holidays, trainings have been a little bit way of the fairies. But that's
Right.
they're coming from either work or doing nothing all day. So,
Yeah.
but it has been good. We've got a really good group of boys.
Nice, yeah.
Good group of parents too, which also helps as well. Really helpful parents and things. So that's always good.
Yeah, no, I always think about the way that like what we were doing when we were like 15, 16, like with internet not being a big thing, like, and
Yeah, that's
just the relationships, just like,
Yeah.
I was
Get all
thinking
the
about
young
when we were at
fellas.
school, iPhones 2010, 9, iPhones weren't even out yet.
No.
yeah.
And I'm happy they weren't. We had a good childhood.
Different, eh?
I feel like that too. I feel like we had a good childhood because a lot of kids now are missing out. I
Yeah,
didn't think I
100%.
wasn't even allowed inside until like dinner time.
Yeah.
Do you think though that like it's something that each generation does, of like believing that what we had, what whoever had, like was better than what it is now?
Oh, 100%.
yeah.
I had my
It is,
granddad
eh?
telling me the other day, I used to go to school on a rail cart. And I was like, oh, yeah, good on you, mate.
Oh,
Used to go
yeah.
to school on a bus.
And they were like, those were the times.
Now kids are
those were-
driving to school.
Yeah. yes. So yeah, I have this thing because it's easy to give shit to technology,
Oh yeah.
But like for them, it's just what it is. You know, like there's not even
They don't know
something
any
to compare with.
different, eh?
Yeah.
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 And then it feels like teachers or whoever like tries to limit that. Like, of course, you need the boundaries. Makes sense. But like, you should never get them out of that. You know, like because it might be a problem in the future. Like you can try like to explain and come up with a plan.
Yeah.
That's valid for sure. But like
100%.
it's happening. You know, like you're gonna get them out of what's happening. I don't know.
Well, if it's all they know, it's all they know. You can't try and preach what you knew 10 years ago. Oh, get rid of that iPhone because when I didn't have one, I was doing this.
Yeah, when I didn't have one, I was jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, like and they like and that's the thing. Like a lot of people find a good balance,
Yeah.
especially teachers. Now we're gonna use it. Now we're gonna make the best out of it. You know, like we're gonna make this useful for what we're learning, right?
So I think even as a parent, like finding the balance. So my son likes Fortnite, he likes gaming and stuff, and I don't have a problem with that because
That might be his outlet, like we were talking about before.
that's
his hobby.
he loves to do it. And as long as when I say like get off, there's no tears and there's no tantrums and stuff. Like I don't see what the problem is, but I think once you start getting conflict when you have to say get off the device, like you've been on there for 6 hours straight, and then they cry.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, okay, maybe no more device
An
for you.
addiction, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he still just gets off straight away and does all the jobs that he has to do, and it's still good for now. For now.
Do you play video games?
I think I used to, like,
You ain't got time.
nah. Now you're adult, you're just like, oh, work, rugby. Yeah. No time now. I did, though, when I was sort of in school in Aussie. When we moved over there, had my core group of friends here I've grown up with and things like that, and then moved over there, didn't know anyone.
Yeah.
So I'd come home after school and jump on,
Video games, yeah.
Didn't have any, like, didn't have any friends then, so for the first month or two.
What did you used to play?
Oh, FIFA, all the sport games,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 2K and that. Good. Love my sports.
What other sports are you really into? Like that you like practicing and you?
Used to play, we were talking about cricket before. Used to play a little bit of cricket. I don't mind playing socially now. Shaking his head.
Brett
over
loves
there.
cricket.
Brett is like, nah.
He loves
Still works.
cricket.
Yeah, we've got the little social cricket that they started over summer. Played a little bit in that. It was good. Really good fun.
You play for 5 days straight?
Nah, I couldn't do that.
A week.
No way. No way. Sunburn.
Right.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of comments here for you, Leo. Have you seen them?
Oh no.
The one
Is it
I'm
cricket?
pretty sure that Leo wants to be a social player, and I'm pretty sure Leo wants to run it straight. I saw that.
He's probably running me over, the bugger.
Man, I would give it a go, man. Gotta make sure that Cody is there. So people don't
You're
fuck
like,
me over.
what, in front of you? While
Yeah.
you're running?
Like that, I think I would have to study the game. That's the thing. I would have to understand because,
It is, yeah.
you gotta make sense of it first. Like
There's a lot going on.
I see it as like and that's the cool thing when you don't know much about a sport. Like now that I'm getting older, like I always go for the strategy. I'm like, what's happening? I get what it has to happen. You gotta cross that line. I make sense of that. But like, what's the strategy? Because like all the biggest teams that won World Cups, they were great at the strategy. There was a time that the coach thought about something that no one else thought before. That's why I like coaching. When I talk to someone who coached a team, I'm like, man, that guy has a vision. He's a good motivator. He knows his shit, but like he came up with a plan. He saw the strengths on his team, and he's telling people what to do. Like I'm like, that's gold.
I think that's why New Zealand's so well known for rugby, especially because they innovate the game. The All Blacks are always changing how they play rugby. So like every decade they'll find a new way. So at the moment the All Blacks have been playing like this for the last 4 or 5 years. So now everyone plays like that.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Is it a bit of a dip moment for New Zealand, like of not being at the top as much? Oh, now New Zealand is
too staunch. I'd never say it.
Like,
But no, I know what you mean.
No,
though. Those
and I'm
Northern
not
Hemis-
even saying, and I don't even know if what I'm saying is true.
No,
New
you're
Zealand
right.
still
New Zealand's up there, yeah, but the northern, because like I said before, New Zealand's always innovating in how they play rugby.
Right.
And then every sort of 3 or 4 years, the rest of the world catches up.
Gets it, yeah.
So now we're at that stage, which is probably a bit of a bummer because there's a World Cup next year. The rest of the world's caught up. And like your Ireland and your Frances and your Englands are going really well.
Yeah.
Right.
And the All Blacks are sort of still the same, but doing well competitively. But
So maybe that's what they're doing. They're coming up with a plan to change things
Well,
now before the
you never
World
know,
Cup.
yeah.
Yeah. Who is your like inspiration? Like when you think about All Blacks or great players of all times, like
back in the day, hard to go away from Jonah Lomu, eh?
Oh, you can't not.
He's pretty good. Just the size of the guy. See, he's another one that innovated sort of rugby. He was all the wingers were little skinny, fast white guys. He's just a big man. He used to run over people.
flying.
Yeah.
Right. What about
So now
The
probably
ones-
Cody
yeah, yeah.
Taylor, All Black hooker, same position as me. Technically really, really good. Watched quite a few clips of him. He's just an absolute athlete. Weapon of a rugby player. Really good.
right?
What about you, mate? You got any? Do you know any off the top of your head?
Man, no.
Am I your favourite rugby player?
Man, like I would see no like that was the one that you said the big Maori guy, the
Lomu,
bald
Jonah.
fella, was
Lomu.
that him? Like I remember watching him, like there's this moment that he goes over a guy,
Yep.
and it's just fantastic. So I remember seeing videos of that guy.
Yep.
And is it Dan Carter?
Dan
Yeah.
Carter, yeah.
Yeah, so like because for me, like I grew up watching soccer, you
Yep.
know, like and I followed. So for me, the kicking part is very entertaining.
What's his name? Ronaldinho? Ronaldinho?
Ronaldinho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, how'd you say it?
Ronaldinho.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, you got it.
Is there another one, Ronaldo, but not the Spanish one?
yeah, so
Not the
that-
Spanish one?
So-
Portuguese one? Sorry.
So Cristiano Ronaldo is the
Portuguese.
Portuguese, is still active,
Yep.
probably
Yeah.
one of the
Yep.
greatest of all time. But like
I follow his
Ronaldo.
wife on
Yeah.
TikTok.
Ronaldo.
Oh, yeah, Ronaldo was
That's
the
right.
bald guy. Yeah, yeah, like he a beast.
He had the same haircut as John Lomu, didn't he? He had the
The
little
little
thing at
fluff.
the
Yeah,
front.
little thing.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the guy. Man, he was just like fantastic, like just impossible. And the energy, you know, like the explosion,
Yep.
like he would just go and like run and get it sorted. Like, so that's the beauty of rugby as well, right? Like suddenly this guy just like sprints. And you're like, how the fuck is that even possible?
And he's
you
that
know?
big. You're like, how does that move
Yeah.
that fast?
But I was talking about like Dan Carter because that was an attractive for me. Like was watching the guy kicking the thing that is not round. It's not
Yeah.
like it's this oval thing. How do you make that work? You know, like and he would always hit the thing, and I was like, that's impressive. You
Yeah.
know, like so.
Yeah, he's the best of all time, I think.
Really?
One of the best, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
He is unbelievable, that guy.
And he stopped not that long ago, eh?
No, I think he was playing in France and things like that. He recently just did I'm not too sure. It's like he scored 1,300 points for the All Blacks and he did 1,300 kicks at goal for UNICEF for over 24 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, amazing person too.
Yeah,
eh?
that's cool.
Yeah,
Really cool.
yeah. I saw him at Smitty's.
Did you?
Yeah. So
On the wall?
No.
Was he in there?
Yeah. So it was a funny night.
Like, where was I?
Yeah,
I'm not even
same.
joking because like we didn't have the idea for this yet. But like when I look back, I always think, man, I should have had a word with him because it was a funny situation. I remember it was like a random night. It was not even like busy or anything.
They're the best.
And then like this group comes, like maybe like 3-4 guys and maybe same like 3-4 girls and I recognized him. You know when like you just recognize the face? I looked at him and I was like, oh, I think I know the guy. And then everybody at the pub started to, you know, kind of like, oh, is that him? Is that him? Is that him?
Yeah.
So one of his mates jumped on the table and he started to dance like, and he didn't like it, eh? Like, you know, like he kind of like, yeah, he kind of like, oh, fuck, you know, like bringing too much attention or whatever. It was just like not a cool thing to do. Anyway, and he didn't stay for long. You know, I could see that there was something happening and he didn't stay for long. And I was like, I think that was the guy. And then someone else said it. They were, oh, that was
That's pretty cool.
and man, and that's the funniest part of the story. I haven't drunk for 4 years. Like I drive when I go out in town, you know. And then I get in my car and I was like, I always go to the right. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna drive to the left and drive along the beach. Why not?
Just
You know,
'cause.
beautiful night. Man, I'm driving towards the beach. He's walking by himself going to the beach and like turning to Buffalo Beach, and that was it. I was like, fuck, he just
Should've
left.
stopped.
Yeah, just went for a walk.
Bro, wanna ride?
I thought, but you know, like it's the guy having his moments of going for a walk at a place that not many people know him, and I loved that. So I was like, that's it. That's cool. You know, like just saw a human there doing his thing. You know, like just walked off.
I think all those legends, everyone forgets they are human too. Like they have families and feelings and bloody stresses in their life as well.
Yeah, especially with social media and stuff. Like people give shit to other people like without thinking that they are, you know, they're reading, man. Like,
and I'm sure they like going out for a drink just like us, or you know, letting their hair down. And
without people making videos.
Yeah,
stuff,
totally.
You know?
Yeah, I think that's what's real shit at the moment is that people would rather take a video of them from afar than actually go up and like I don't know, get a signature or.
Yeah, that's changed, I think.
Yeah.
Do you think you will deal well when you're playing in France and all this?
I
this
definitely won't be a professional, but
you never know, man.
just a quiet, have a game and have a beer afterwards. And
But do you think you would deal well with this exposure, like if you because you're a social guy, you're a polite guy?
I think you'd learn to deal with it. Eh? Obviously, it's not so bad here. It's a small town, you know, and same old faces you deal with every weekend. But yeah, I don't know. I think you'd learn to deal with it.
Yeah,
you'd have certain coping mechanisms. I think.
Yeah, I think I was gonna say the same for you. Like, you know, with this, when this picks up and takes off, how are you gonna deal with?
Yeah,
I think like Taylor jokes about it more than I think about it. you know, like he always does, because like nowadays it's already a thing. Like because we know this whole town, right? So like. I go to Smitty's or whatever to the pub, like you always hugging people and shaking hands, you know, like so feels like the mayor.
My good one's
you know.
We got a young guy just started with us at work, and he took my van down the road to get some materials one day, and he came back laughing and said, in like a 400-meter drive, I've had 6 people wave at me.
Hey,
you know, because they just know your vehicle and know you, and you see them every day on the road and wave.
It's just I don't know. Like I think. And that goes for all of us, actually, you know, to be honest. You know?
I mean, even just going into our little shop there, everyone's like, oh, ALTBAYS, how's the show? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm here to get milk. But, like, you almost forget that this is something that people watch. And I was like, what are you talking about?
Oh, I love it. I think it's one of the drivers for me to be doing it because I like the interaction, you know. I like the possibility to have a chat with someone who I have no clue about it, you know, like of course I understand very famous like celebrity people saying that is not cool when you're having dinner and someone comes and points the phone at you. So like of course, like, you know, but no one wants that. But like a lot of artists, they understand that they are public people, you know, like people are gonna come and maybe for them like they mean a lot, you know. I remember a Brazilian rapper came to New Zealand. And he's one of like my biggest influences with like songwriting and everything. I really admire his work, you know. And I was thinking, I'm like, man, I'm gonna have this opportunity to be faced because it's New Zealand, you know, like it's not a packed full venue, you know, like he'll be here in front of me. And then like, what am I gonna do? Because I also don't wanna be that guy. Oh man, fuck you, such a. I wrote a letter. I wrote a letter. I had it in my pocket. I watched the show, like he was in front of me, you know, like he was very nice. He like, hey, guy. And I was like, bro, don't want to take much of your time, but like, I wrote this, and he was so happy, you know, like he was like because he's a songwriter, so I'm sure he writes, you know. And he looked at it, and he was like, thanks, man. I'll read this, man. Thank you, you know, like so that for me was a moment, you know, like so I think it's just about how you go.
Yeah, I think most Kiwis are pretty good, eh? Like most of us. I think if we saw someone famous having dinner, we'd like be like, oh no, just wait till they walk out or something and then get the photo with them or something.
I've been to like convention things where that's the whole purpose is to go up to the person and ask for their signature. It was Chelsea Winter. I don't know if you know who Chelsea Winter is.
The cook, the chef?
Yeah, she's a chef.
Yeah.
And we went to the food show in Hamilton, and the purpose was to go up and get a signature. And I was like, nah, she's not. Like, I saw her from afar. It was fine.
I think, that's sort of the Kiwi way, yeah. It's sort of like, oh, shit. Next
Yeah.
time you go out for a coffee, I saw such and such there.
Yeah, unless they approach you. Like we've had, I used to work at the casino in Hamilton, and
Great place.
the most
Yeah.
famous person I've ever met
Oh,
was
something to talk about. Great.
Big gas.
Elijah Wood. Elijah Wood, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Off Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
Wow,
and,
cool.
yeah, and
Yeah.
he had like this lady with him that apparently was in the movie too. I'd never seen it, but she was famous too. But obviously he was very famous. But he was like, no one went up to him and got a signature or anything. But he came and talked to us and was like, oh, someone asked for a photo, and he was like, yeah. Everyone else was like, no, we're alright. Like I saw you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kiwis, eh?
yeah.
We're legends.
Like,
So fun place, the casino. There you go. Boom.
Oh, the Cass, yeah.
Good. Okay.
Well,
The
what
Hamilton
what
one
time
in
does it
particular?
close?
It doesn't.
It doesn't,
sometimes.
eh?
Yeah. I think over COVID now
Doesn't
that it has been.
I've had a few times I've been in town in Hamilton and then gone to the Cass.
Yeah.
Do you go for the machines or you play? Do you like the?
Shit, once we go there after town, mate. I'm not. I'm just there because I'm a shell of a man, but I'm there.
Yeah.
No,
They're still
it's-
serving alcohol and wedges. That's why you go after the clubs.
Yeah. Nah, get on the roulette, have a little go, chuck on your $5. And
Do you
Yeah,
like
and
the
see what
real one
happens.
or do you like the digital one? Because
No,
the real one makes me
the
nervous.
real one's good.
No, it makes me nervous. I like to do it with my machine, just me and my machine, not
Yeah.
telling the guy what number.
I don't know. You see all the casinos in Las Vegas and that they've got the wheel going. I think it's just a novelty.
Yeah.
Go in there, right? Tick 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 tick, and you're like, come on.
Come on.
Yeah. What about you? But like, would you go there and gamble a little bit, or
I
not
went
much of a
to-
gambler?
Nah, not really. I don't have money to gamble.
Yeah,
That's-
neither.
that's
Neither.
something.
That's what I put $5.
But yes,
Yeah.
but like I went to a casino once. I think it was in Auckland. It was the
Never been to
Sky
Sky
City.
City.
the
I've never
big
been
one.
there.
Yeah. I think I put like $20 in the machine. Lost everything, of course.
Yeah.
And like it was never like I like the vibe of people
yeah.
playing, you know, like I think competition when it's like a sports thing or when you're having fun,
Yeah.
I think it's beautiful, you know. But like I also saw, because I worked for for a lot of catering companies when I was in Auckland first year in New Zealand. So I was doing like weird shifts at the Sky City, and they have these little rooms that are like kind of like very private, where there's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So, like the
You
big,
know,
big
The
players.
VIP rooms.
Big
Yeah,
players.
and like like those people look a bit sad to me. You know, like nothing against it. People do whatever they want to do with their money. Like I think we could be doing way cooler things with our money, but like who am I to judge, right?
Yeah.
And they just didn't look.
Happy to be there.
Yeah, I don't know. Like when I see those reactions, it kind of like puts me off a little bit. Like I saw a lot of people having fun, and that was cool.
Yeah, I
you know, like
think when you go out with,
groups
like,
and people.
When you
and
go
I'm
out
like,
and you
cool.
have like, I've got $20, I'm just gonna play with
Put it
20
there,
and
yeah.
then that's it.
Might make
But
100. Never know.
I've had when I was
yeah.
working there, you'd get there at like say 7 in the morning, and you'd see someone on a machine, and you're like, that's cool, and you finish at 5, and they're still there.
Yeah,
It's the
that's
exact
shocking.
same
That's
machine.
shocking, eh?
And you hear so many stories from security guards. Like I've stood next to someone, like, you know, when you work there, you've got to cash up your till or whatever on the casino floor. I've stood next to someone who was giving like a $10,000 ticket. That's how much they had won, and he wasn't happy at all. And so when he walked away, I asked, and he's like, "You should see how much he's lost." And I was like, "People who lost house deposits." Like,
Last time I was at the Cass, there was some young guy just with like a stack of $500 chips, and he was just playing with them, and I was like, I
Yeah.
just had a $20 one, and I was just hoping like I'd win something.
yeah. And then even then you're like, "Oh, can I change these to like $4-5 ones?"
Yeah, breaking it.
I'm a
Yeah.
shocker. Like I'll put a $5 bet on the TAB if we're having a beer,
Yeah.
and it might win, and I'll get $40, and I'll go, oh sweet, now I've got a couple of $5 bets,
Yeah.
and I'll keep doing that until it's gone. Because
Yeah.
I've only put in $5, so I'm like, oh, it was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah. No, it's shocking the amount of like the stories the security guards have told me is crazy.
Big money, yeah. Some of
Crazy.
those
Big
Casses.
money.
Not even that, just the desperation when they've run out, or like people won't leave their seat to go to the bathroom.
Oh, see, that's bloody
People
shocking.
are offering services to get $20. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
And
What sort of services?
Well,
Well, it starts with a B.
It ends with jobs.
Yeah.
Thought you were going to say it starts with B and it ends with Ret. Brett.
No, into jobs. Yeah.
well, but it's especially like paydays and all that stuff. Like people going and
Yeah.
just putting everything there. You know?
But I think the sad one is like I've been at work, you paid the whole day, and you've been sitting there,
Yeah.
not
that's-
being paid, not moving.
Shouldn't be able to advertise gambling, I reckon.
Nah.
No.
Horrible.
What I think was New Zealand considering something with the sponsors for sports?
Well, Pub Charity do grants or something, don't they? I'm not too sure about it. Who own all the pokie machines, but
Right. Yeah, I remember reading.
I don't really know enough about it. I know they grant certain sports clubs and
Yeah, I think that's
non-profit clubs. Like, so the money's going back in, but it's the money that's they're taking off the people that need it.
Yeah, and then when they get like more machines and stuff like that, and they, I don't know. It's
Yeah,
just a
I
lot.
don't really know how it works, but
Yeah. I remember reading something about like a lot of countries considering if they would allow big companies like tobacco or alcohol to sponsor sports, you know.
Yeah.
But then you're like, well, they're running the show, right? Like they're the ones with the big money, unfortunately, to do these things. You know?
I just
like,
saw something like about that on Facebook. It was like what the 1980s or 1990s Olympics were brought to you by Marlboro Red or some shit.
yeah. I think there was a rugby league competition called the Winfield Cup,
Yeah,
you know,
Hey.
in Australia. So
yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
Been sponsoring from cigarettes since ages ago.
There was one from there was a funny one from, you mentioned Cristiano Ronaldo, the soccer player. So he was on those press things after the game, and there were like 2 Coke bottles. I don't know if you saw that.
He
Like,
moved them, eh?
he
Yeah.
moved them. That
Yeah.
was fantastic. He was like, nah, water, and put the
Yeah.
like
That's pretty ballsy, eh? Massive
Yeah.
company.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
massive.
They
company.
own a lot of things in the world,
Yeah,
sponsor a lot of things.
But he's massive too, eh?
Yeah,
That's the thing
he's
with
big.
with power, eh? Like when you get there. Same with like Elon Musk made a joke recently. Did you guys see it? He posted on, because got Twitter, right? So he posted on Twitter. I don't remember exactly how the quote was, but it was something like, buying Coca-Cola next and bringing Coke back.
Putting
to-
cocaine back into it. Yeah,
I did see
Okay.
that. I did see
Yeah.
that actually.
You know, like it's a powerful man. You know, can make a joke like that. You know, like you won't.
Housewives from the 1950s will be stoked.
The best thing is people would believe him.
Yeah, the uproar, eh? The uproar of
Buy
everyone.
it, go man, do
Oh,
it.
crikey.
Yeah.
What are we missing in this town, Cody? If you were a politician, man, what would you
Hospital.
bring to this space that we
oh.
don't have it?
A hospital, healthcare.
Yeah,
We've got an older population that have to travel very long ways to get
Yeah.
treatment and things like that.
yeah,
Yeah, I see they're starting one up the road, which is awesome,
yes.
Yes.
which is very good.
That's Lee.
Very
That's
grateful.
Lee, yeah.
Very grateful for
Mm.
that. Yeah, that would be the main one, eh?
Mm.
Pretty cool, small little town, but yeah, needed something to look after our elderly and vulnerable people.
How are we doing with sports facilities and access to
Oh.
sports here? Are we good?
Unbelievable.
Yeah?
A new facility out there, out
Good.
at Maiwai Park. You know, the rugby club down there, pumping. It's good.
Nice.
Life saving as well. I used to do that when I was a
Right.
teenager.
Yeah.
Massive. It's good. Support them.
Well, surf life saving.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah.
I always ask these ones because you know you
They're
guys
good.
been here for a while, so it's you're paying attention to what's happening. Nice, man. Oh man, what a pleasure. It's fun. It's a good
Been
chat.
good. Been good.
So shout out to the boys and the
Shout
rugby
out to the
team.
boys. Marlins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Cheers.
The
Next
season?
game.
Coromandel, 2:00.
This Saturday?
This Saturday.
Yeah.
Up in Coromandel.
Cool.
Yeah.
And when are we back here to a home game?
Not too sure. We have a bye the week after, and then I think we're away, so might be a few weeks, but
Mm-hmm.
definitely keep us posted.
Yeah. So people go out there and support. Is it the best way to support you guys? Is actually to go.
Yeah,
to
go and be loud, and
yeah.
yeah, it's good. We love it. We get good crowds, eh? We're real appreciative of all the support we get, and
When it gets to the finals, is it games that you like? Are they sell tickets to? Is it that sort of? No.
yeah, sort of. I think
Was
there's
it
a
like
gate fee
stand
or
on-
something.
Oh
But,
yeah.
but down here, it's just go down and
Turn up.
turn up if you can get a car park.
Fair enough.
Very good.
Pretty
And
cool.
you guys have some presence on social media now. I saw
I
that.
see.
on
I see that.
Facebook.
Yeah, I'm not sure who's running that, but they're doing a very good job.
Yeah.
The Facebook is good.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
sure about the Instagram. I haven't
Yeah, they've
checked,
just
but-
started Instagram, I think. So
Hey, nice.
Yeah.
So that's another
And what's it
give
called?
it a follow, Mercury Bay Rugby Club.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
rugby club. Yeah. And to get the t-shirts, is it possible? I was just
All the
wondering.
t-shirts we had, yeah, the players
Yeah.
ones, yeah, they're all after match sort of pre-season ones, but
Cool.
I think there'll be some sort of merch coming out. soon.
That would be cool, man.
Keep us posted, yeah.
Yes.
Be cool.
Send some. We'll do the proper
Yeah, man.
shout out.
Hang it in the back there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Oops, the space.
Yeah, let's talk to the boys. Bring more of the players here. Start to share some ideas.
Share some ideas.
Get some shows going.
Tell them they have to sing a song to leave.
Yeah. I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get the karaoke out.
Yeah.
Karaoke competition, by the way. You should get into it
We should.
at the hotel.
Oh, yeah.
It's happening. Yeah, man.
Get down there under the bridge.
I'll come watch.
Yes, do
Yes,
that.
I will come watch.
Support Leo, please.
Yeah.
Under the bridge. $100 bar tab. They should bring it back.
It's gonna be $700 first place.
Oh, there you go. It's even better.
Hey,
Dangle. Yeah, dangle
it's
the
worth
carrot.
giving it a go.
Oh, yeah.
Are we gonna get the tattoo or not?
Oh, right.
Da-da,
What camera?
da-da-da-da.
This camera over here, right here, mate.
You don't have to. You just
It's on my right up my back. Nah, we'll show you later.
Yeah.
not gonna. God damn
Show
it!
you later.
Nearly.
Too hard. We'll take a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My man, thanks for coming.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
That was mean.
Do it
That was
again.
good. We'll do it again for sure.
Definitely.
Thanks, Christine.
Thank you for having me.
And for our beautiful audience, thanks for watching the show. We're live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on YouTube. And then the show becomes available on all the podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. We have a bunch of cool people coming up. Stay with us. Subscribe to our channel. And I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.
Bye.
So much fun. That was wicked. Bit of gold in there.